Hello?
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 Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Curiosity Cove. I'm Veda.
And this is your trusty Captain speaking, and today we're talking about
The
movies.
movies that wait, we need like air horns. The movies that made
We'll just have one
us.
of us do it while
But like,
someone's introducing. Someone
but
hit the
yeah. But then also we need to have like something that'll copy. You know, like where it's like the movies that made us, made us, made us. Like,
murders. Yeah, the echo effects.
yeah. The fucking Ghost Adventures opening.
Dude, that'd be so fucking sick. I can't believe at this point, now 4 years into streaming, I don't have a soundboard or like a button to do like the audio warping.
Yeah. Me too,
Like,
honestly, because I will never have one because they annoy me. But if I was going to, I feel like year 2 or 3 is like the year to incorporate that.
that's what I'm saying.
So
Not a
like
rip, no,
maybe
but later.
maybe second, last quarter 2025, first quarter 26. Thoughts?
I mean, I could probably figure it out by tomorrow to just hit
That's
up
true,
fucking
yeah.
Jemmy about it.
Very also true.
Dude, actually, before you get into your rant, by the way, we're gonna be ranting
Oh
about
yeah.
weapons. If you have not seen it, hold your fucking
Oh
horses. It's
yeah.
about to be a fucking
Oh
doozy.
yeah.
But I was talking to Jemmy and Nat the other day, and I kind of was just, I'm not gonna spoil anything, so no. But they're fucking cooking,
Oh,
and I got a sneak peek, and I'm like,
oh,
it's so
really?
good.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Yes, I'm so excited. It's like I just listened to it again. Earlier today at work, actually, I was on my break, and I was like, you know what? That song's such a bop. I'm gonna play it again, and it's not even fully fleshed out. And I was just like, and I'm fucking dancing. I was so excited.
I love that for you, actually.
Yeah, I love that for them.
I also love that for them.
So
Excellent.
let's hear this rant.
Yes. So
I need to
before we
know.
get started, obviously our topic today is going to be the movies that made us. That is our whole thing. We're going to be going through all of the movies in our lives that somehow shaped us, I guess, or like at least like the big ones. Um
Hmm.
and I uh in honor of this am going to tell you guys about a movie that will never shape anyone. And that movie is Weapons. That movie is Weapons. Weapons was if you guys don't know the plot of it, it is a story about a whole bunch of kids in a classroom that suddenly go missing. And the teacher is like, what the hell is happening? And the parents are like, it must be the teacher. And that's pretty much all the trailer gives you. That is about 2% of the movie.
Oh my god.
And the rest of it, trash. There is, I don't want to spoil anything, but what I will say, and those who have seen it will know what I mean. In the movie, the dad opens a CS:GO case on screen.
Yeah.
Do you
I
do you
heard
know what I'm talking
you actually
about?
talk about this. Yes.
Okay, yeah. It is literally, I sent them a like a GIF of like an M4 spinning, because it's an M16 in the
Spinning.
movie, but I sent them
Yeah.
a GIF of the M4 like as if you just got it out of a case or whatever, and I was like, all I can think about. It's all I can think about. Ever since I saw it, because it has, the whole thing is that they all woke up at 2:17, right? Like it shows you in the trailer that all like the girl's talking and she's like, at 2:17, every kid in Miss blah blah blah's class got up, opened the door, and walked into the dark. And it's like a whole theme of the movie, and it's like very
Hmm.
stupid. Um but because of that, the M16 above the house has like an alarm clock with 2:17 on it, and I said, "Motherfucker, that's a stat track." And Lexi looked at me and laughed. But
I
yeah,
bet.
it was. I think that was the point where I said, "I no longer am interested in this. I'm ready to go." But the
How
whole
early
the
was
whole
that?
movie, the whole movie is like, what the fuck are we doing here? And like, they had cop outs and no. And it was just bad. It was just
Yeah.
it was upsetting because you're talking about the like movies like Barbarian, Hereditary, Midsummer, right? All of these are incredibly unsettling, out there kind of artsy horror movies, and that's what you
Mhm.
go in expecting. And it is artsy. I will give them that. It is very artsy. It's very experimental in some ways.
Mhm.
But it's just not good. It just
Yeah, that's
falls
why
flat.
it makes me so upsetting because uh, it was originally rated 100% Rotten
I
Tomatoes.
know. What's it
And
at
now
now?
I think it's just sitting under at 96. It was holding 97 for a while, but I think it dropped down one more.
What?
But I don't understand how something held 97 next to Sinners at 97 for so long
Yeah.
when I know I haven't seen the film and I will not be seeing the film with money. I will wait until afterwards. But having only heard bits and pieces from multiple people, I don't understand how it's on par with Sinners at
So
all.
this is what I don't get about Rotten Tomatoes, right? Okay. When you look up Sinners, right? It has a
Yeah.
97 from Rotten Tomatoes. Then you go over to IMDb, it has a 7.6, right? And you're like,
Yeah.
little low, but okay. Then you go to Letterboxd, which, by the way, if anybody doesn't have Letterboxd, get it. It's incredible. We can talk to each other on it or follow each other or whatever you do. I have
Yeah.
no friends on it yet, but I know that you can do that. Uh, and the reviews are just hysterical. I love Letterboxd so much. But Letterboxd gave Sinners a 4.1, and people on Letterboxd are harsh. Like they are harsh. And so when you look at all those scores, you're like, okay, pretty even across the board though. It's between like 7.6, let's round it up to 80. Google reviews like or whatever when you Google a movie, you can say it says, "Do you like this movie?" Everyone who answered that, 86% of people did like the movie. So it's all within that same range, right? Like 80 to high 90s, right? Then you
Mhm.
look up weapons. 82% of Google liked it. It got a 94% on Rotten Tomatoes. It got a 7.9 on IMDb. It's higher than Sinners on IMDb. And then Letterboxd is shit the bed. It's like a
Holy
3.5.
shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like number one, I think there should be a unanimous percentage of like either percentage or out of 10 for movies, and it shouldn't just be all like willy-nilly across multiple different sites. Just because like then you can keep it more um oh, I don't know the word. Uniform, if you
Yeah,
will.
or where is my average score? Where is my I Google this and it says across all of the sites that rate movies, this is
Yeah.
the average.
But that's what I'm saying. I feel like then it would have to be something out of 10 or a percentage. It can't be both because
Yeah.
percentage wise, I mean, I guess you could do 7.6 divided by 10. So like there you go. But like then I feel like, well, I guess we have AI. They can fucking figure it out.
Can we also talk about the fact when you look at weapons on Rotten Tomatoes,
Yeah.
okay, it has a 94% tomato meter like from the critics, but
Oh,
then
when I we're now? Damn.
also it has an 86% for the popcorn meter from the audience. And I'm like, how am I running into only people that hate this movie then?
That's what I'm
How
saying.
much
How
did
come every
Zach
single one of my friends did not like it?
how much did Zach Kreger pay people to rate this movie highly?
What would you rate it out of 10 right now? Do you have a rating from prior?
4.2.
Damn. Jess said 6.5. Barely.
So, yeah, here's my thing is that I really like Josh Brolin in it. I think part of the
Yeah,
reason
but you have a crush on him. That doesn't
Okay,
count.
shut up.
Yeah, anytime he's in a fucking movie, you go, ah, Josh Brolin.
But it's Josh Brolin, dude. The only thing
I
he ever
know,
did
I
wrong
love
was
him too.
Thanos.
Dude, if he would hug me and just like say like in a term of endearment, I'd be like, thanks,
Dude,
papa. Like,
honestly, huh.
he would make my world go
It's
right,
like
just real
Jeffrey Dean
quick.
Morgan. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, if he gave me a hug, you know who that is?
Mm,
N-
No, I don't look him up
Negan
actually.
from Walking Dead.
I haven't seen
Ah, okay. Um,
Walking Dead. Oh yes, I agree.
yes. He is like, if he gave me a hug and he said it's all gonna be okay, I would sob.
Cry
I would literally
immediately.
immediate tears. Um, but Yeah, okay, so my thing is that I like Josh Brolin, but I can't get over the fact that it was supposed to be Elizabeth Olsen and shit.
Pedro
Pedro
Pascal.
Pascal, yeah. I
Yes,
can't get
I
over
agree.
that. And I think because I think they would have done those roles better, that I like Julia Garner. I do. I think that she's a great actress. I loved
Mm.
her in Fan Four Stick, and I liked her in this. I still think she did a good job. But like my girl Lizzie would have crushed that. That's all
I
I'm saying.
agree. I
Oh, that's all I'm
agree.
saying. So I think that doesn't help because the whole time I was so critical of their acting. The guy, wait, I just realized this is a whole bunch of Marvel actors. Like even the actors that replaced the original cast are from Marvel.
Oh my God, you're right.
Okay. Anyways,
Because
Wong.
Jennifer Garner's Electro, right?
Well, Jennifer Garner is the Silver Surfer.
Oh, sorry. I
Not
mix up their
Gar.
names
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
sometimes.
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah,
got
yeah. I
you.
get you.
I'm
I get
there.
you. I get you. I get
What
you.
the heck? Yes, you're right. What the hell? That's
Mm-hmm.
crazy.
I didn't even think about that until right this moment. Because I was going to
Yeah.
say, because when I said I liked her in Fan Four Stick, I was like, wait, Josh Brolin was also in Marvel. Everyone's in Marvel now. um,
Well, when you do it for 20 years, that
literally.
also tends to happen.
I
You
also,
may even do
I
it
can't,
twice.
I was going to say, I can't get into it because the reboot thing is really making me angry as of late.
No, the 2027 thing is gonna
No,
piss
I
me.
don't want to talk about it. I'm actually going to throw a fit.
Yeah.
If the world has to end, let it end before we reboot Marvel.
I won't
Um,
lie. Another thing I do have beef about is that there are still, I mean, it's coming out soon, but there are still leaks in regards to who is going to be in Doomsday.
yeah.
Why are you doing that?
Yeah,
Why not leave the original leak? Well, it wasn't even a leak, it was a showcase. The
yeah.
original showcase, you already showcased so many people who I wouldn't have, as a Marvel fan or X-Men fan, never would have thought they would have been in a movie again. Leave it alone. If you put more people, how much screen time are
Honestly,
they going to have for starters? And number two, stop spoiling stuff.
honestly, when the chairs came out, so I don't know anybody past the chairs, right? All I know is that Sadie Sink is supposed to be in the new Spider-Man and therefore will probably be in Doomsday. And I know that Zendaya is probably reprising her role in Doomsday. That's all I know. That's all I've heard. And that's because for some odd reason, my Twitter thinks that I'm a really big Tom Holland personal life fan.
That
Like,
also
not
could
his
be my
acting,
bad.
but his personal life. Like I get nothing about
Oh.
the roles he has. I get everything about his relationship with Zendaya. I get
Mm.
everything about like apparently from what my Twitter says, they broke off their engagement. I didn't even know they were engaged. But they broke off their engagement and they've
I
been
didn't know they
having
broke it off.
they've been having struggles for well, I don't know if this is even true. It's off
I'm
of
gonna fact
Twitter
check
and
us right now while we're chatting.
yeah. But apparently they broke off their engagement. They've been having trouble because she's not sure of the marriage, even though Tom is like head over heels. And she's like, yeah, but you guys don't see him the way that I see him every day. And there's stuff we need to work on first. And I was like, this seems messy. This seems messy and I don't want any part of it. Please stop showing it. So I keep hitting the fucking 3 buttons and I'm like not interested in this post. And I just get more of it. I just get more. I'm convinced that they do the opposite when you press I'm not interested in this. They're like, "Oh, we're going to shove it in your face until you are."
So they are still together. The engagement is not cut off. There is no wedding yet, like, or even
Oh,
being
but their
planned. So I think
engagement is
they're
safe.
enjoying being fiancés.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah. But hell I love that for them. I don't really care, but like
I love that for them.
Twitter,
Don't love that for my Twitter.
yeah, Twitter needs to like take a chill pill because between that and like all of the photos of Charles Leclerc on vacation with his dog, I mean, I don't mind because Leo's a very cute dachshund, but like, but like, I'm sick of seeing him shirtless on a yacht. Like, I don't care.
I want to do that.
Yeah, like I want to be on the yacht, and you're making me angry by showing him on a yacht. I don't really give a shit if he has really nice abs and tan skin. That doesn't really appeal to me because I'm never gonna have him. Please stop showing me the yacht. I'm sick of it. I'm so sick of it.
That's fantastic.
But yes, to summarize, don't see weapons. Wait for it to come out. And honestly, when it comes out, pirate it. I don't even care if it's on a streaming service, pirate it.
Yeah.
It
Don't pay
doesn't
money
even
for that.
deserve it doesn't deserve the play on like Netflix. In
That's
other
fucking
news though, the
funny.
F1 movie comes out this weekend. So if you have any interest, hee hee haha, maybe Brad Pitt?
I mean, I'd be down to watch it. I
Hell
probably
yeah.
wouldn't. I wasn't gonna put money down. But also,
Oh,
Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts,
Rewatch.
yeah, we gotta watch Thunderbolts. F1 is free through Apple, so
Oh hell yeah.
yeah, so we can watch it. Um, but I also just honestly, I've never been attracted to Brad Pitt before. Like that is my honest to God truth. Like for some reason, I never was a Brad Pitt girly. I am now a Brad Pitt girly.
So
I know he's
speaking of
60,
Brad Pitt,
but damn,
no, but still,
damn.
I agree with you.
His neck, dude, damn.
Nah, but Brad Pitt. Speaking of a Brad Pitt movie, Bullet
Yeah.
Train.
Oh my god, I love Bullet
Aaron
Train.
Taylor Johnson.
Oh, yes. Next
I
question.
him raw
Raw.
that
Next
movie.
question.
But if you haven't seen Craven, raw.
Raw.
Next question.
Oh my god, 10 times.
Oh
I
my
don't
God.
literally.
For
I
it being a
can't.
flop in theaters,
Ooh.
I would bark for him. I swear to God.
Honestly,
He's so beautiful.
Aaron Taylor Johnson aged so well.
Fine wine.
So
Fine
fucking
wine.
well. I mean,
It
like,
needs to be
ooh.
studied, to be honest.
Me too, because 10 years ago, I was like, I mean, it's a dude. And then now I'm like, Jesus, please put me in the same room as him.
So recently, I've noticed this as well. Is that, like maybe like I won't even say a full decade ago, but like you notice like guys or like actors and actresses in their like late 20s, mid 20s, whatever, and you're like, "Oh my God, they're so hot." Yes. I'm looking at them now and I'm like, "Wait, men hitting their 30s,
Dude.
early 40s?
Listen when I
Woof. It needs to
say,
be studied."
listen when I say, when I was in my 20s, I was so attracted. So Sebastian Stan for one, right?
Of course.
But then also I was so attracted to like, I would keep finding like guys in movies and stuff or on TV or whatever that I was like, damn, he is so fucking hot. What? And I would look
Yep.
them up, always 34, 35 years old. And I was like, what is wrong with me? I'm 21. Why am I liking 35-year-olds? Like, what is wrong with me?
I don't know what's in
Now,
the air after 30.
I
Smash.
don't, yeah. I have no idea what happened. And like, I mean, 28 to 30 is like a huge glow up moment for men. I swear to God.
Yes, I
It's like,
agree.
it's incredible to me. And it's like,
Like Miles Teller
yes.
and
Oh my
freaking
God,
eyebrows. I
yeah.
forget his name.
Oh yeah. Eyebrows has actually gotten somewhat cute to me. And I'm like,
I think
you
he's
were,
hot.
I don't like you were, when you were in We're the Millers, I was like, this kid is never gonna get a job past like 27.
And Maze Runner, even. I would even do that early.
Yeah,
be like,
no,
"Ugh."
no, no. That was like, and my thing is that when I saw him in Guardians, the
Yes.
third guard, I was like, damn, I'm attracted to him. That's crazy. I talk so much shit on this guy and We're the Millers, and I am
Wait,
so
I need to
attracted
know
to
how
him now.
old he is.
Who
Wait, what's his
knows?
name? I can't just look up eyebrows.
I don't know. No, you
Guardians.
can actually. You can put in actor eyebrows, and he will pop up. I promise you.
Oh my God, it auto-filled it for me.
Yes, yeah, he'll pop
It
up.
auto.
Yep.
Will Poulter. Will Poulter.
Yeah. That's his name. Anytime I'm looking for him, I literally put in
32.
actor. Yeah, literally. Look at it.
Dude,
That's
we
crazy.
called it.
Yeah, that's like, and like it happens everywhere too. Because I will see like my family is super into college sports, right? And so I'll see these college players, and I'm like, ooh, okay. Because they come to do interviews, and they're all sweaty, and they've got this like, I mean, they look like college guys, right? So you're like, oh. You are definitely a man in college, and like, yep, you could probably shave your face or something. I don't know, get that beard in check. And like, I'll like have those thoughts, and then I'll see them in the NFL or something, and I'm like, holy shit, that
Mhm.
dude got hot. So there's just
I
like some
agree.
sort of area where I feel like, and for women, I feel like it very much happens in your like, I don't know. I think we luck out. I think we get it in like our 20s somewhere, like our mid to late 20s, and I think we get to keep it for as long as we take care of ourselves.
Yeah, but I want to age like fine wine too.
Oh, you can. You can.
Yeah,
you
but
need-
then men just have it just
I
like
know men just get off
they hit
so
28
easy.
to 30. By the
But
way, Will
also-
Poulter was 30 during Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which means he
Yeah.
does classify in that 28 to
Yep.
30 range.
Yep.
What the devil?
Yeah, that's crazy.
It needs to be studied. Scientists, please.
Yeah, because there are some guys that are like lucky their whole lives, like Sebastian Stan, or
Of
Tom
course.
Hiddleston. They both were very hot all the time.
Mhm.
But like the older they get, the more I'm like, Jesus Christ, just let me
Yeah,
have a go
fanning
at him.
myself. Jesus.
Literally. And then it's like I see some actors, so like now I have the thought where I'll see an actor in a show and he's like in his mid-20s or something, and I'm like, oh, I can't wait to see what you look like in 10 years. Like that's literally my thought.
That's so funny. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. That's as low as I'll go though now. It's 25. That's anything below that feels really wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, just like men younger than like our age, like a woman's age, is just I can't.
It's hard because maturity.
It's
and all
hard.
that,
It really
yeah.
is.
It's hard. It's rough.
Like we're immature. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah, for sure. But like, and so
But
because
not
of that,
that.
so because we are immature, I can date a little younger. But like,
Yeah. Not that.
I
much
mean, you
younger,
put me in a room with like a 20-year-old, I'm gonna fucking punch him.
though.
I know it. I know what's gonna happen.
Just right hook.
Yeah, I'm gonna suddenly develop boxing skills, and I'm gonna use them.
That's so funny.
All right. Well, now that we've talked your guys' ear off about non-movie stuff,
Yes,
we
yes,
should
yes.
dive into les movies. So let me get your presentation up. Cap is gonna go first because she's a great volunteer.
I am. Plus, also, I get too excited to talk about movies.
I said we were deciding, and I said, "Do you want to go first or you want to go second?" She goes first.
First, it literally left my mouth so fast.
I think you said it before I could even finish the question.
Probably. Oh my gosh.
All right, Cappy Wappy, let's go.
All right. Of course, as we titled this, and also I sent it in a tweet, the movies that changed me or that impacted my life. So, to preface, there's a lot of movies
So
for me to
same.
get through. So, I feel like most people would guess most of these for me because I can't stop fucking yapping about them. But like, I have actual reasoning for these ones
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
specifically. But I tried to think outside the box of ones that like really impacted me, but they didn't have like a movies that impacted me reason. Like it was just like a great movie.
Okay,
So I
I'm
left
glad
those
you
out, but
said
I do have
that.
honorable mentions. Though.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. I was about to say I have honorable mentions for movies because I went on everything that shaped my taste, and then I
did too.
And then I basically explained how that leads into my current day favorites because my current day favorites are all newer movies, but they're all my favorites because of the movies I watched when I was younger. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I'm glad we never. By the way, we didn't discuss what
We
we were
literally
doing these.
I don't even
for.
know that
We
either of
just-
us had this done before yesterday.
No, I had it done Sunday night. I think.
I finished mine yesterday night. Like I started.
Yeah, last night I was on a Teen Wolf binge. So.
Love that for you. I literally so the way that I usually do these things, I spent all last week thinking about it, and then I just did it all on Sunday and Monday.
Yeah, after I texted you, I thought about it for a little bit, and then I did it.
Yeah, literally. Okay, yeah, we're so same. Same.
We're
but
so
different.
samesies. All right, of course,
Yeah.
First one.
Yeah.
Speed Racer. It's my all-time favorite movie. I don't think I need to explain it any further, but the reason why this one impacted my life was because it was like a movie that was just always on during my childhood, so it just became a favorite. But it's the Grand Prix. So at the end of the movie, spoilers, it basically is Speed's final race, and he's never been participated in the Grand Prix before, but just the colors, the music, the dialogue, the racing itself is so freaking good. I just can't hype it up enough. And then the ending basically is Speed takes two cars that he's racing against and like throws them against this electrical panel, both sides, and it basically sparks up, and then the music's amping up, and then they crash together, cause this big explosion. He spins over the like I don't know what's called, the finish line, which is red and white squares, and then it causes this big spiral to happen, and then at the end, it's the music stops. And then it's just him breathing and this sudden eruption of people in the
Mm.
background. And as soon as he takes his helmet off is when you hear all the loud noises come back and like the camera flashing. And it's just like, I understand how cheesy it is. I understand some of the parts look shitty and like the acting is a little subpar. But it's just so beautifully made visually. Like I can just watch it any day I can, all the time. And this is also the first movie I fell in love with John Goodman. Like he plays Pops,
Yeah.
and I again, he's one of those people, actors, that if he came up to me and I like hugged him and said, "Thank you for being Pops in my childhood," and if he said, like, "Of course, anytime," or
Oh,
like it was
instant
my
tears.
pleasure, bawl.
Yeah,
Like I'm
done.
getting choked up
Yep,
thinking of it.
done.
If I had to, because I went to California like almost 10 years ago now, and I did the Walk of Fame, like with the stars and stuff. I found his star. I literally, that was the fastest picture. He's the first picture I took
Wait,
because I found his star first.
what year did you go? What year did you go to
Uh,
Cali?
2016, 17?
Bitch, we went the same year. Maybe.
Are you kidding me?
20,
Wait,
I
were
went
you?
2017.
Oh, I'll find an exact date later, but I'm pretty sure it's around that time.
But did you what season did you go in though?
Oh,
I went
summer?
okay,
Like early summer?
I went in the spring. I went in March.
I think I did May. I could be wrong though. But I literally found a star, fastest picture I've ever took. I swear to God.
That was me with Robin Williams. The second I found Robin Williams'
Uh-huh.
star, I handed my buddies the phone. I said, "You take this picture and you make sure I look damn good in it."
That's one of the ones I went and hunted out as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. My next one,
Yeah.
of course, Disney. I didn't want to go through like all my favorite Disney films, so I just picked my top two, of
I did
course.
the same thing.
But Disney, not Disney recently, unfortunately, but I think mid 90s to late 2000s Disney is one of the most peaked. I'll even take you all up to 2013 when Frozen drops. That
Yeah, fair.
level of Disney is peak. I don't care what anybody says. That's when most of the art was still different. They had still 2D animators at some point. When you got over to Frozen and like Moana and them, that's when it kind of gets to 3D imaging, which I don't much care for.
Yeah.
I'll watch old school Disney any day. And so these were just my favorite. They have amazing plot. I like that the characters all look different. And I think that's kind of why I have beef with Disney now is like, granted, some of the storylines are a miss, yes, but there's just something about the characters genuinely looking different that I think Disney now is lacking,
Yeah. No, I totally get that. And also
like body shape
I
wise.
feel like you just can't beat this era of Disney's art style. Like you just
No,
cannot beat it.
2D to 3D animation really screwed up Disney big time.
Yeah.
I
I
think it
feel
was
like
cool initially, but in the long run, no.
well, and I feel like there's for some odd reason to me, it almost like when I think to Treasure Planet, right?
Yeah,
My brain sees it almost 3D, even though it's primarily 2D animation.
I agree.
It's just like it's one of those things where it's like you like it's so it well done and like the way that the art is styled, you know how things are supposed to look if they were in real life. And it's got this
Yeah,
like
your brain kind
magic
of just
about
does
it.
it for you.
Yeah, and it's got this like very whimsical kind of feeling to the art style because people really cared when they were doing these movies back then. I mean,
Uh-huh.
like Disney's artists were like I mean, I imagine that that was like the epitome of doing what you love is like
Exactly.
doing art for Disney. Whereas now, I know that they rely heavily on processes to spit out
Yeah.
movies, and with like
Mm-hmm.
3D animation and everything, I mean, they have their style now, right? Like they have that, like you know what a Disney character looks like. If somebody shows you a random ass character, you can be like, I don't know who that is, but I know that's from a Disney movie, because it's
Yeah.
and then so everything feels like copy paste.
Uh-huh. But these movies did not feel
Right.
like that.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. And then that brings me to the last Mimsy.
I
Have you seen
haven't
this
seen this
movie?
in forever.
So this movie is heavily slept on. I won't lie.
I know I
The
loved it.
acting is rough at times. But this is also the first time I ever saw Dwight from The Office. This is the first movie I've ever seen him
Well,
because
my
he's
favorite thing
the
is that he's
teacher.
always just gonna be Dwight. It like is like he's just never no one was ever gonna call him Rainn Wilson. He's always just gonna be Dwight from The Office.
Yeah, honestly, I couldn't even tell you what his name in this movie is, let alone him being the professor in Transformers 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this movie is so good. I think this one changed my life in a way where this makes me appreciate older, like, childhood
You've never
movies. Like, I'm
seen
not
The
talking.
Office?
No,
Okay,
and I will not be.
I don't know if you would like it, to be honest with you, but
Oh, I know I won't.
back in the
I've seen
day,
snippets and I'm like, that's enough.
yeah, back in the day, I feel like it was a really like great funny show.
Mhm.
Nowadays when I rewatch it with people who haven't seen it, I'm like, "Oh, I don't even know if I like this anymore."
Yeah, so, like, I know who he is as an actor, but, like, that's what I call him. I'm like,
Yeah,
"Okay, that's just
fair.
Dwight."
No,
That
fair.
even at this time, I'm like, I know who he is. It's just, like, this is the first time I remember seeing him, and I absolutely adore him in this movie. I think this is also where I like when movies pull in stuff from books, like old school history books,
Yeah.
and, like, tie in stuff from literal real life things, and that's what this movie does.
Mhm.
And this one does a lot of things where it's like they progress so far in the future technologically that their people start dying. So then they send Mimsy, the bunny, back in time to figure out what's wrong. How do we fix it? And so then instead of keeping on looking to the future for things and try to get better and better and better, they kind of like hit a plateau and start dying. And so I think it's interesting that instead of looking further into future for a solution, they look to the past instead. And I find that very interesting. Also that the like magic or alien powers is what I'll say that they do in this movie is so funny. Like I love it. I think this little girl did a great job. I think Noah
Who
the
is
kid.
that? Do you know her what actress that is? Cuz I feel like I recognize her face, but obviously she was a child in this.
Let me see. Are you kidding me? It's that old that they're not gonna even tell me like which character's in it because there's only like a handful in here. I think it's this chick. Rhiannon Leigh Rin.
Okay, I've never heard that name in my life, so maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, because the only thing I think you might remember her from would be Hulk 2003.
Hmm.
I bet as
And
who?
I also don't think I've watched that movie in how long has it been since 2003?
22 years,
Yeah, I
23.
don't probably wait.
22, 22, sorry. Can't do math.
Oh god, that
But that also
kills
might not
me.
even be right because if this was in 2003 and she was in Hulk 2003 and Mimsy was 2007, that's not right.
Oh, no, she would have to have been like some random child who was in danger.
Yeah, but this thing. Oh my God, I forgot Catherine Hahn was in this too. Freaking Agatha was in
I
this.
love Catherine Hahn. I have loved
Oh, me too.
Dude, she to me is such a
Totally
slept
forgot about
on
that.
actress. And there are so many things that she has been in. First of all, she was fucking hysterical in Step Brothers. She's like one of the greatest parts of that movie. I love her in that movie. But she has been in so many great comedies and like she's always played like kind of minor roles, so I feel like she's been so slept on for so long. I'm so glad she's getting like what I
Yeah.
think is the deserved attention.
I loved her in Tomorrowland as well. She
Yeah.
plays one of the androids
Mm.
and she's so freaking funny.
Mm-hmm.
Because she starts tripping out with Keegan Michael Key, and this shit's
Yeah.
so funny to me.
She's an incredible, so I've always thought she was an incredible supporting actress, So when I saw her in WandaVision, I was like, "Oh, dude, this is an amazing casting." I don't know if she's gonna stick around, but I hope she does. So then when they did the reveal of her being Agatha, I was like, "Bitch,
We're
we're
in.
getting
Yeah.
lead actress Catherine Hahn." Nelson. Sorry.
Nelson put yapping. We're chatting.
He's, Nelson said, "Yeah, Catherine Hahn."
Yeah, Catherine. All right. Oh, the Golden Compass. So
What the
this
hell
is
is
another.
this?
You've never seen this?
No, never.
Oh, we need to watch it. This by far is great story based off a book, amazing cast, and the CGI is so beautiful.
It looks like it's
It-
based off of a book. I don't know how to explain that, but it does.
and also, this is where my first love for shapeshifting came in. Not
Oh,
only
okay.
is Mystique 10 out of 10 in X-Men, don't get me wrong, but Mystique can only transform into people. In the Golden Compass, they have the children and adults, but mostly with children. They have demons, Daemons. Basically, it's their soul in an animal form, and they get to live alongside them. And as kids, their demons get to change shape into whatever they need or whatever they'd like. And then when they get older, their quote unquote dust settles, and that's what creates the demon's final shape. But my all-time favorite is Jörg Bernison, which is the bear. He plays a Panzerbjorn, and it basically is an armored bear. And he's my favorite character. He's so awesome and such a strong cast along with him that if you haven't seen it, we need to watch this, please. It is amazing. The
Okay.
only thing is that this movie could not continue in the rest of the series because there's 3 or 4 books. It stopped after Golden Compass because unfortunately this movie was released. I don't know the exact year just yet, but I can look that up. It was released and people apparently bashed this movie because it shit on Christianity and gods. And so they basically blacklisted this movie
Oh.
from showing.
Oh.
Yeah. So it kind of made me really sad that like this movie got shit on 2007. 2007 was such a great year.
For movies especially, that whole time period, 2005 to 2008 is where a lot of like my memorable movies come from, I feel.
Me too. 2008 Speed Racer right there.
Yeah.
And so this movie just made me fall in love with shapeshifters. Sam Elliott's in here. I forget James Bond's name, but he's up there.
Daniel Craig
And the little girl who plays Lyra,
or Pierce
she's
Bronson.
absolutely
Wait,
amazing. And I'm pretty
which James
sure
Bond?
what?
Which James Bond? Daniel Craig or Pierce Bronson?
Craig,
Okay.
I believe. Yeah. And then whoever plays the witch, Serafina, she's awesome. The evil blondie up there, she's someone too. I can't remember their names at the time, but they're absolutely amazing. It's just a 10 out of 10 movie. It just sucks that it kind of leaves off on a low-key cliffhanger because they couldn't continue.
Right. Right.
And then of course, I had to put in my love for claymation.
Incredible.
I really did. I know a lot of people hate claymation because it's scary or they don't like puppets or they just look gross and murdery. I love claymation. I love The Year Without a Santa Claus, Rudolph's Baby New Year, Jack Frost, Santa Claus Coming to Town, and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Not to mention the timeless classics that come along with it. The music is just 10 out of 10. And they just, whenever I watch them and I like sit down, I'm like sitting crisscross applesauce, like with my little dessert and whatever. I'm just like, oh, it just makes me feel like a kid again. And no matter what year, no matter what time. Bitch, I'll even watch these not even around Christmas time. And they're just so fun to watch. And like me and my family really bonded over them too. But they just make me feel so young and it makes me appreciate like claymation because I don't I don't like Tim Burton, but I appreciate
Woof.
his stop motion films as much as I do these. It's just I'm not a Tim Burton girly, except for Sweeney Todd, 10 out of 10. But I just ugh, they're too creepy for me. They make my skin crawl.
Really? That's so funny to me, actually.
I never watched what's the Christmas one?
Nightmare Before Christmas?
Nightmare Before Christmas. I was thinking some other name.
So,
But I didn't watch that till 20 ooh. 16.
Wow.
Yeah, because I saw the beginning of it when I was younger, and I said, "Ugh," and I turned it off. I
Wow,
couldn't do it.
really?
No, I couldn't. It made my skin crawl, and it made me have like a borderline panic attack 'cause I wanted to get away.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
crazy to me, actually.
Yeah, I did not like it at all. But these, put these on, and I will sit in front of the TV like a little kid on Christmas, I swear.
That's fair. That's fair, I guess.
And
Oh,
then, of
hell yeah.
course, the only thing is that Transformers does not go beyond Dark of the Moon. I
Fair.
will Dark of the Moon I have some issues with, but anything after that, like I love me some Mark Wahlberg, don't get me wrong. I loved him in Deepwater Horizon, but I can't the new movies. Also
I
Stanley Tucci.
know. Oh, Stanley
Love
Tucci,
him.
love him so much.
But I just can't. 4, 5, 6, and then Beast just came out, so I think that's 7. So the other 4 I just can't get behind. Um I literally stand by it. Anytime Shia LaBeouf left, like anything after that, dead. The
Yeah.
movie fell off.
That's so
um,
fair though, honestly, because I was the same. I don't even think I saw. So I saw the all of them
Holy
that
shit,
had.
Transformers was '07.
I
Oh my
yeah,
god.
I know. I saw all of them in theaters
Me too.
up until Shia LaBeouf left.
Yeah. No, I can't lie. I saw the 4th one in theaters.
Yeah, I didn't go
Anything
see
after
it.
that, I didn't.
I think I actually had like the cognizant thought of I am not going to like this without Shia LaBeouf. I'm not going to go see it.
I didn't even like it when Michaela wasn't in it in the 3rd one.
I know, yeah, that was upsetting to me. And like they
Yeah.
also but also it's because didn't they bring in like a new girl and they were like, "Oh, we're going to make it an established relationship." But they didn't say anything about that. So like all of a sudden he's in a different relationship. You're like, "What the hell happened?"
Yeah, it was like some shit like where Michaela dumped him and then like did her own thing. Like that's how they told it in the movie. And I was like,
Right.
Girl, Michaela was more in love with him than him her.
Literally.
Like, so don't even. But
Literally.
these movies were peak. I absolutely love them. My favorite all time of the Transformers was Ironhide, and Dark of the Moon really hurt my heart. But my childhood friends group, like I'm talking like since diapers type shit, we grew up with these movies too, and so our favorite thing, well, we got the cards, obviously, like the Transformers card game, and we
Mhm.
had the Transformers, like the literal Autobots where you can like transform them with the guys
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
underneath
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
car. So we had those. And so our thing, because there's 5 of us, that we would give ourselves corresponding um transformer names as like code names. So I got Mudflap from Revenge of the
Okay,
Fallen.
incredible.
I love him. He's so funny. And one of my other buddies, he got Skids, so we were always making fun and like bonding up and like doing some dumb shit during games. I forget what my brother got, but oh, he got Ratchet. He thought that was so funny cuz like at the time that word meant something else too. So we were just laughing about it. And so I just remember as a kid, we made ourselves in like after school program. You know those bracelets where you put like the beads on it that the beads have letters?
Yeah.
We all had bracelets with our
Oh,
transformer name on.
you guys
I
made
don't I used to have mine,
candy.
but I think I put it in my time capsule at home.
I love that for you guys. What the hell?
Oh yeah, it was so freaking cute. And not to mention just the sounds, the audio in this movies are just they just itch my brain. The like shifting or like
Yeah.
transforming noises, they itch my brain. I love
Yeah.
it.
I feel that.
Oh, of course. I have to
Oh,
go
yes.
through
Mm-hmm.
my Terminator series. So, I did put all 6 up here. Um though I have issues with 2 of them. So this is my dad and I's favorite movie. And the reason why this one like changed my life more so is because I think this is the first time where like you cannot watch these movies without watching it with someone who knows these movies.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry to say, but
Yeah.
if you try to watch these and figure it out for yourself,
Yeah.
good luck.
Yep.
So I have now become the person who, if you want to watch these, I will answer all of your questions because I pestered the shit out of my dad about it.
I love
And
that.
so these movies have the best cameos. Arnold is a 10 out of 10 across all five. Again, I said five. He is not in Salvation, so but Sam Worthington is, so smash.
Right.
Um, and it's just so beautiful. And also, the fifth, I forget what it was, Genesis. That's got my girl, freaking Emilia Clarke, and I love her. I love her to pieces. She plays younger Sarah Connor,
Hmm.
and she's just so beautiful with it. And I forget the other guy's name. He plays uh the like newer model guy. He's in
The T3 or the T.
I don't remember the T something in this one, but he's basically the guy. He plays John Connor in that one.
Or okay, because I was gonna say I know, God, I haven't seen the Terminator movies in so long, but ever since we saw Thunderbolts, I really want to watch the Terminator movies because the reference that they had to it was just like chef's kiss, um, and I
What did they
remember
reference?
they referenced the shotgun when Bucky is on the bike and he has
Oh,
the
when he flips
shotgun.
it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And I literally saw that and I said I need to watch the Terminator now. But because I think he does that in the second one, no?
Yeah, Judgment Day is my all-time
Yeah.
favorite. Yes, he does it
Um,
because that's when he's chasing John Connor.
yeah. So I
Yeah.
I really want to watch that one. But isn't in one of these I remember the term T2000.
I'm not sure. The T1000 is in Judgment Day
So I think yeah.
because Arnold is a Model 101,
Yeah. I don't
and the
remember
T1000 is the liquid metal.
T2000. Oh, it is the T1000. Yeah, the liquid metal.
Judgment Day.
Oh, it's
There's two
actually
releases of that, by the way.
T2000 is a Mandela effect. A whole bunch of people remember it as T2000 because there's TX and T3000, so they fill in
Yeah.
the they fill in the missing blank.
I think I also need to rewatch Genesis because it says Matt Smith plays a T5000.
Wait,
And I don't remember
really?
that.
Okay, wait, can we just have a Terminator marathon?
Don't tempt me, and I'm so fucking down. By the way, the actor's name that I was talking about in Genesis is Jason Clarke. He also plays one of the dads in Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
Oh, okay. I still
Yeah.
haven't seen the Planet of the Apes movies, so.
Oh, okay. What else would he be in? He was also White House Down. He was the bad guy.
Oh, for sure. Nailed it. I'm good.
Okay, yes, him. So absolutely love him. He's such a good actor. And these movies, again, I can't stress this enough. If you really want to watch these, watch them with someone who's seen it before. Because it's time travel. And time travel always gets fucky wucky, and you need someone to
Yeah.
explain it to you as who's Kyle Reese and who's John Connor and who's Sarah Connor.
Yeah.
Because the
true.
Terminator stays the same, it's just the plot thickens. And I'm so sorry for your brain. I literally have it at the bottom. Story's hella confusing. Just watch it with someone who's seen it before. Please explain it. But also Grace, she's in Dark Fate. She is the oh my god, I forget what teeth whatever. No, she's not even a T Terminator because she's genetically modified human. Her and Sarah Connor from Terminator, and actually no, she was kind of weak in Terminator, but Judgment Day, they are body goals.
Yeah.
Literally just so beautiful. I love them so much. And then, of course, I had to put Marvel and X-Men because for Marvel being around for 20 years, I'm like, that's most of my life.
Yeah.
I really can't say
It's
anything other
also
than
most
it's
of
changed
my
my
life. Yeah.
Yeah. I put my favorites on the board. I have X-Men Origins Wolverine. I have Captain America and Winter Soldier, Deadpool and Wolverine, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and then X-Men First Class. So
Good picks.
these are some of my favorites for very specific reasons. X-Men Origins, Wolverine is my all-time favorite X-Men. And they do his backstory so beautifully in this origin. And also I could quote it like 95% of the way. Winter Soldier, I'm just down bad for the
I
Winter
can't
Soldier.
wait until you see. I did this exact same thing with Marvel, and I can't wait until you see my picks.
Yeah. And then of course Deadpool Wolverine, I thought that had so many amazing callbacks, so many reveals, and they were just so beautiful and so funny. And also the Hawaiian hot buns are just so
Yeah.
beautiful. And if you don't get that reference, please go watch the film. It's at the end. And Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Guardians of the Galaxy itself, that whole trilogy is just so awesome. And I'm in love with James Gunn now. Like, he's become one of my favorite directors. And of course, he also directed Superman. So if you guys haven't seen that, that is also amazing. And then I chose First Class for a very specific reason. Number one, this is also one of the first times I realized Kevin Bacon was an actor. Like, I put a name to his
That
face.
is too funny.
It's so fucked up, and I'm so sorry because
That
I know
is
he's in Footloose,
too funny.
but I never realized what his name was until, and it's so embarrassing. I need to fact check when First Class came out because it was definitely a couple years after that that I then realized that it was Kevin Bacon because all I knew him in this was Shaw because that's his name, like the actor, not actor, excuse me, character. And so it's so bad. But I also thought First Class, I'll even go one more. I'll say Days of Futures Past did really good too, but the younger version of the original X-Men cast was done very well, I want to say, in First Class, and I like it a lot for that reason.
Yeah.
And I
I
still stand by anything after Endgame is kind of a miss, but it depends.
not to spoil any of my list, but I will go over the reasons why I loved First Class as well when we get there.
Mhm. It's just it's such a well done movie to the point where like like it as a standalone. Like if they didn't take it any further with Days of Futures Past, Apocalypse, or Dark Phoenix, I would have
Oof.
been happy. I thought they
Oof.
did an amazing job.
Dark
And then of
Phoenix is so
course,
rough for me to talk about. I can't.
that's why I'm not talking about it. I'm just gonna skip
Yeah.
it. Anyways.
Moving on.
Have you seen this movie?
No.
So this is the first ever K-drama movie I've ever watched.
Okay.
This movie will have you crying your eyes out by the end. This
Oh.
is about this family who moves into this family home um in Korea, obviously, and they live in like the rural bumfuck nowhere. And they have this controlling family that the daughter's supposed to be marrying into, who kind of like shits on them and like holds it over their head that they're like, this is the reason why you're staying here, you won't get this money unless you blah blah blah. So they find this boy, I forget his name, but I haven't seen this in a minute either, but they find this boy and they're like, oh my gosh, we have to help him out, clean him up. But he's essentially some like savage kid off the street because they find him in nowhere.
Mhm.
And so then basically the older sister of the house and him like start bonding. And so then she trains him to like become more human. And so the number one thing is that she teaches him how to write and
Aw.
read. But then some big twist happens, and then they have to go away for a while. And so then years passed, years, I'm talking decades. And the sister, now an older grandma, comes back, and it's because they're visiting the same family house, and she hears a noise outside. And she goes out there and she goes to the same shed where he used to live,
Mhm.
and she opens the door, and he's been growing plants for her. And he wrote her a letter. And when she opens the door, she starts crying. She's like, "Why did you wait? Why did you wait? Like, what are you doing here?" And he goes, "I waited for you."
Oh.
And he hands her this letter. And basically, it says, like, thank you so much. Like, you did so many wonders for me. I wanted to prove that I could read and write, and I wanted to say, like, I love you, essentially.
Oh.
And in that moment, when she reads the letter, she cries, and then there's like this weird camera pan, and then they're hugging, and then she like morphs, not in real life, morphs into her younger self, and they have this really cute moment, and it literally makes me
Oh
cry
my
because
god.
he waited decades and practiced and kept the book that she gave him from so long ago. And it's just so beautiful. I think it's so well
Oh,
done. It's the first Korean film I've ever watched. Again, years later, I watched Parasite, which is another
I
great film if you
love
haven't seen it.
Parasite.
I don't think this is the first foreign film that put me on like
Mm-hmm.
other foreign films, but this is definitely one that's most memorable to me, and I just absolutely love it, and I cannot recommend it enough. It was a weird ass niche find that I found through a random clip on YouTube, and then someone in the comments happened to put the title of the movie in it. And so I was like, "Oh my God, well, this clip seems sick. I'm gonna watch it." And then 2 hours later, I'm crying in my chair. So it's
Oh,
just so beautiful, and I would love to watch it if anybody would love to watch it as well. And then, of course, the Conjuring series.
okay.
This is the first horror film series that I ever watched.
Love that for
I
you.
was not a horror girly. I'm still not really. I'm more of a thriller and suspense girly. But this
Ah,
one,
that's how we got you
these,
into Saw. Because it's a lot of
yeah.
suspense.
Yeah, because that's, I mean, it's not like horror where like I'm scared, like me
Yeah.
personally scared. And that I didn't really feel scared through these either. I haven't seen Last Rite yet because that's coming out this year, by the way. We're gonna go see it.
Oh yeah, for
But
sure.
these films got me in love with the horror thriller aspect. So I love rewatching these. The first two I've seen a million times. I've seen the third one a couple times. That got me introduced to watching Annabelle,
Mm-hmm.
The Nun, of course, Saw, as we mentioned, and then also my all-time favorite horror film slash psychological thriller is Doctor Sleep and The Shining. Those two are my all-time favorite. And also honorable mention, I Am Down Bad, Something Awful for Ed Warren.
Oh yeah. Oh, Patrick Wilson? Draw, next
Yes,
question. Yeah, for sure.
yes, I agree. Just he could tell me everything's all right, and I would believe him and then cry.
Yep. Oh, let's go, Hamilton.
This transition to Hamilton the musical. Yes, it is not an actual film slash movie, but it is
No,
a
it
stage
counts. It
recording
counts.
that they released on Disney, and
It counts.
watching it just put me on so hard. And so I love Wicked, I love Hamilton, I've seen
Mm-hmm.
Matilda the musical,
Mm-hmm.
Chicago, The Color Purple, Dear Evan Van Hansen. Um,
Have you watched the
oh
Mean Girls musical yet?
no, and I don't think I will.
No? Oh, I'm kind
I've
of
heard it gets
excited.
shit on, so I
Oh,
don't know if I
really?
will.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
But I love Matilda the musical. That one's a banger. I love Hamilton. I'm also on Hamilton TikTok right now, and the trends going on right now is having me pee my pants.
Yeah, fair.
They're taking renditions of when Hamilton and Eliza were talking about like, yo, Hamilton come back to sleep, and there's just renditions of women having random clothes from their dad and recreating these scenes of him being like a wife hater, and it's so
Oh my
funny.
god.
I just can't. This made me love musicals, and ride or die, I will watch Hamilton any day of the week. Oh,
Ready
here we go.
Player, I
More
fucking
recent stuff.
love this movie.
Ready Player One put me on in a way that like why can't all movies be like this, because they did so well with having the most movie cameos and video game
Uh-huh.
cameos I have
Yeah.
ever seen in a film. The Easter egg within an
Mm-hmm.
Easter egg is
Mm-hmm.
insane. I thought the cast was fantastic, and the sequel's coming out soon, and I honestly can't wait. It's Ready Player 2, I believe.
Yeah, I've
I
read the
think.
book.
Yeah, I can't wait. I don't know where they're gonna take it. I thought Steven
I
Spielberg just
hope
did amazing.
they take it a different route than the book.
I hope so too. They gotta make sure it's what's it called?
Yeah.
Watchable and
Yeah.
make money off of it
Yeah,
able.
but also I think it comes from a place of like the second book is good, but it like in no way, shape, or form at all touches the story of the first one. So it's
Yeah.
like, you guys, when you do the movie, like ramp it up a little bit, please.
Yeah. So I just thought if you want to watch a movie that just throws up cameos from every movie, every TV show, every video
Yeah.
game you've ever seen, including like some from like the 80s, please watch it. It is fantastic.
It's an incredible film.
And then I had to put in Superman
Your
2025.
most favorite. I did this with my most favorite, like, recent movie
I
too.
cannot. This was one of the ones where like after watching it, I was like, "Oh my God.
I
This
still need to go see
just
it.
it just made me love superheroes again." Not that I ever
Oh,
fell out of love with it, but it just there's two solid moments where I was like, this is a superhero movie.
right,
This is how it used to be when I used to watch Marvel back in
right.
the day. This is how it's supposed to feel. This is just so perfection. The cast is amazing. The guy who plays Jimmy in the film, by the way, he also is one of the main actors from the video game The Quarry. He is the guy
Uh-huh.
that one of the original guys that was in the car where with Laura. I forget what his name in the game is. Max.
Oh, okay.
He plays Max. And I love him in this. He's absolutely adorable. And again, my all-time favorite quote from this movie that I will probably get tattooed on me because it's so amazing is I'm as human as anybody. They've always been wrong about me. I get scared, but that's being human and that's my greatest strength. And I think that's just so beautiful. I thought David Cornsweet executed that line so beautifully. There's been a lot of behind the scenes being released recently with like his conversations with James Gunn, with working with his cast, and I think it's just so beautiful how they did this film. Also, James Gunn, 10 out of 10. Any film he makes, I will be seeing because his camera work is just amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, and then here's my honorable
Oh my
mentions.
God. Okay, I cannot wait to go through mine just seeing some of your choices.
So all the way on the left, I've got Avatar and Avatar: Way of Water. Avatar Mountain and Ash is coming out soon as well. I believe this winter or next winter, one of the two. James Cameron's directing on these two films alone and the explanation that he gave for how you're supposed to watch these films, not that any director or anybody should tell you how to watch a film, but he basically created these films so you can explore another world and just love watching it. You don't need it for the plot, you don't need it for the characters, you can just watch it for the beauty of the world that he's creating and giving to you. And that's how he explained it. He's like, I just want people to love what they're watching, to watch
Mm-hmm.
another world from the seat of their home.
Mm-hmm.
And I stand by that. I don't watch these for the plot. Granted, they do have a plot, but it's just so fantastical that he takes mocap film and does this. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I just can't even fathom the actors that have to do this. It's just so beautiful. 10 out of 10 if you haven't seen it, or either of them, excuse me. They're amazing. And also, again, Mountain and Ash is coming out soon. And then I have to move on to Hacksaw Ridge. Um, I can't think.
Desmond Doss.
Desmond Doss. I can't think, besides Unbroken, which I haven't seen in a minute, but besides those two films, Hacksaw Ridge is one of my all-time favorite war movies,
Same.
and it makes me appreciate war films or films during any of the wars, which focus heavily on the war itself. Because, like,
Mm-hmm.
granted, we do a little backstory with Desmond, don't get me wrong, but like, I would also correlate The Boy in the Striped Pajamas, which is another one of my favorites,
Mm-hmm.
to the same time period. But it's different because you're seeing it from an outside perspective in rural areas, and then
Mm-hmm.
how this little kid sees it through his eyes. But this is like straight war.
Have
Like,
you
people are dying,
have you
all that jazz.
seen Band of Brothers?
No, I have
Okay,
not.
it is a commitment, but we could do it, and I think that you would love it. And it it could be after Stranger Things. It could be a Thursday show because I've been trying to get Toma to watch it too.
Oh, it's a show?
Yeah, it's a mini series, so it's like 8 1 hour long episodes. Um,
Gotcha.
it is probably so I was gonna put a section of war movies into my PowerPoint, but I
Yeah.
left it out because really the thing that shaped my interest in like war media, I guess, was it was Band of Brothers and The Pacific, which were two like HBO type shows, like
Hmm.
miniseries.
Yeah.
But you would probably love Band of Brothers because it's literally just they spend a little bit of time in boot camp and then it's all war. But then at the end of the episode, they'll have the people who the story is based off of retelling the events of how it actually, like how they saw it.
Yeah.
It's really
That's
cool.
so sick. That's awesome. And then I also have Last Christmas on here. I know it's another Christmas film, and again, Amelia Clark's on there. I love her, shut
Me
up.
too. Also,
But
Henry Golding.
oh yes,
Yeah.
of course. But Amelia Clark just has my heart. I
Yeah.
love
Oh my
her. She's
God.
just
Yeah.
adorable.
Oh,
And the
dude.
reason why, and also Michelle Yeoh, just love her.
Mm-hmm.
But this film, I didn't really know what it was about when I
Oh,
first watched it. I just saw Emilia Clarke and I said, I'm gonna watch
I'm
that.
in.
So I did. And when I tell you, she fucking grabbed my
Yeah.
heart and squished it. Like, it's such a cute film in a way that if you had no knowledge on the film and you went in and watched it, just for the sake of like, I want to see what came to the bottom of this. I thought they were just going to be a really cute couple, and then I figured out what happened at the end, and it just made you like appreciate life and
Mm-hmm.
like what's given to you and like to the thing he says all the time, what Henry Golding says all the time is he says look up every time. And basically, instead of like being all dreary and sad, or you can even correlate it to being like having your nose in your phone,
Mm-hmm.
is that like if you just look up and you appreciate life a little bit better, that your heart will feel a little bit more full and that you don't have to be like sad or depressed all the time. And granted, it's not like a cure all, but like he kind of just made you appreciate just looking around and interacting with people and like having a fun time essentially. And I thought it was just a really cute like take on a sappy little cliche Christmas movie, and
Mm-hmm.
it was adorable. And then of course I had to put Fifth Element because this movie made me love sci-fi. Like,
Yeah.
if I wasn't already a Trekkie and a Star Wars girly, like Fifth Element is just so good. There's so many random ass aspects of this that you just have to watch it. It's a fucking trip. Honestly, get
Mm-hmm.
high and watch it and get some snackies. It is so funny. It's so like out there, and I just love Bruce Willis, and this is my favorite film of his. Besides, oh, I'm gonna really blank. Damn, I'll get you back on that. But it's just so good. It made me love sci-fi. I think they did such an awesome job with this for what they had. I don't actually know when this even came out. 1997. There you are. And you just have to watch it. Oh, I forgot he's also in the whole Split, the triple movie of Split and whatever. Oh, Looper, that's what I'm trying to think of.
Oh,
Looper
I
is the other
forgot
film
about
I love him in.
Looper.
I love Looper. It's so fantastic. It's also another one of those movies where, like, if you're not paying attention, at least watch it with someone next to you because you're gonna get lost in that one real fast. But that would be the end of my movie wonders, and these are my honorable mentions. I did also want to mention How to Train Your Dragon, but it wasn't like hella impactful in my life. It was just because I'm a sap and it makes me love dragons. And then First Flight in the first movie, when they're like he gets unhooked from his saddle or whatever, that just John Powell did an amazing job on that film score, and just it made me love score a lot because then Hans Zimmer and John Powell are my all-time favorite uh musicians, score writers. Yeah, I love them, and that's my movies that changed me, for
I'm
lack of better words, and also lack of ability to find any other movies because there's so many
there
in my
are so
brain.
many. All of this makes so much sense for you though. Like as you were going through them, the movies that I do know, I was like, oh, that's definitely like a Cap movie. That's definitely something Cap would watch. Like they do all very much like make sense. So now I'm interested to see because we have a lot like a lot in common, I think. But
Mm.
also ours are so different. So I'm very
Yeah,
excited to
I'm
see like,
excited.
yeah, I'm excited to see on mine which ones you haven't seen because I don't remember everything that's on there, but I know that there are like a couple of kind of obscure ones.
Oh, I won't lie. When we first started doing the PowerPoint, I forgot what was on mine about halfway through. I was
I
like, what are we
know,
gonna get
yeah.
next? I knew how to
I
explain them all, but I was just like, this is a surprise for me too.
yeah. I love that actually. All right, let me
That's
get
so
my
funny.
bish up here. Do 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 do. Okay, perfect. Back to this one. I'm gonna stream this for you though so that you can get it live.
Oh my god, you're
There you
such a
go.
babe for that.
Okay, movies that made me, aka Veda.
I thought we used for just a moment. I thought we used the same fucking
I thought we did too
PowerPoint
when you
thing.
pulled yours up, and I was like, that's not mine, right?
I said that too. Is that mine?
No, I went with mine is so I literally did all of my slides and then I said PowerPoint, pick a theme for me.
That's
um
so funny.
okay, so the way I set mine up was I did childhood and then I went through all those genres that I got into like in my adolescence, I want to say. So
Mm,
everything that is in here, I tried to like cut it off at when I was 18. Um
okay.
because I think after I got out of high school and when I got like into college and had like a little more free time because school was a pain and I was in so many like extracurriculars in middle and high school and stuff that
Mm.
I really had time to like explore the things I liked like music and movies and whatever else. So all of these are very like they're from the first half of well okay I shouldn't say that because I'm not close to 40 but they're from like the first 2/3 of my life.
Of
um
course, of course.
okay so starting with childhood, have you ever seen the movie Sleepover?
It looks so familiar.
Okay,
Maybe once, but way back when, like I need a
this
refresher type shit.
this is like the only like super girly movie that I watched repeatedly. Like because Mean Girls was fun and I thought it was funny, but I didn't appreciate it until like honestly way later when I watched it back. When I was younger, I was like, haha, funny. And like I didn't understand the words that they were saying because they were like fugly ass skink. And I'm like, ha ha ha, fugly. like you know, like I didn't understand what high school was like. But then when I got into high school and I watched Mean Girls back, I was like, oh, this is good. This is a really good one. Sleepover, though, is about eighth grade girls who have they like Alexa Vega plays the main character. Don't remember her name. I think it's Julie. Um, and they have a
Wait, is
sleepover.
this the skater chicks? The skater
Yes,
chick scene?
yes, yes, yes,
Yeah, you showed me this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
yes.
didn't know
Okay,
that was the
okay.
name of the
Yeah, yeah,
film.
yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, this is when she's got that red dress and
Yeah,
she
she's
goes
got
whoosh.
and he's like he says like Julie favorite thing hot dogs and I was like yeah that's she likes skateboarding and hot dogs and I said that's me bitch.
Yeah.
But yeah I just like I love this movie so much. One, it's where I fell in love with Evan Peters.
Yes.
I think I was like 11, dude. I just fell in love with him in this movie and he plays a character literally named SpongeBob. Like they named him
He's
SpongeBob.
a cutie little goofball in
He
that movie
is.
though.
He's so adorable and he's so like loyal. Like he's such a loyal
Yeah.
goofball. I love
He's a
him.
ride or die.
Yeah, he's great. I love him so much. But like the movie was just really fun. They're like on a scavenger hunt. They have to do this crazy stuff like dress mannequins in their own clothes in the mall. Steve Carell plays a mall cop who's like after them the whole time. It's just so fun. And like it like makes you remember the dumb shit that you thought you were doing that was super illegal in middle school that like was just you being a dumbass. And like Yeah, I just like always think back to like those times and I think of this movie because it I feel like it really encapsulated that like getting into high school anxiety along with like all the dumb shit you did the summer before high school. Like it's just such a fun one to me. Um
Mm.
Treasure Planet, yeah. I feel like we already discussed it, so we don't have to spend too much time on it, but
In great lengths.
yeah. But I will always go back to this movie. I can quote it pretty much start to finish. In fact, I'm pretty sure me and Cap have watched this together and quoted it start to finish. Um
Yep.
Morph was like Morph was the first creature I've ever seen that I'm like I need one. And
Yes.
I wanted one. I still want a Morph, truthfully.
My favorite quote from that movie is when Ben and Jim meet for the first time in the like Grover area, and he goes reboot, 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 and
Yeah.
Jim smacks him and he goes, and you are. And I think it's the
Ben
funniest thing ever.
is so funny. Like, what a great
He's so
character.
funny.
I still think the quote that I used to do all the time when I was in college was the to blabber and muse about a treasure map in front of this particular crew. Like that
Particular
whole
crew.
boy
Yes.
demonstrates a level of
What is
ineptitude that
on
boys
the imbecilic?
and I mean that in the most endearing way.
I
um
love when she goes, "Let me make this as monosyllabic as I can." She goes I forget what she even says. As
oh
monosyllabic.
god.
Oh my god, it's gonna kill
I
me.
know, now it's gonna bother me.
Don't worry, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, I figured out. I also I will always love the quote of like you got the makings of greatness in you, but you got to take the helm and chart your own course, stick to it no matter the
Yes.
falls. Like that
Silver didn't need to do me like that, so
literally
I will cry every time.
literally. And like the you got the you're glowing like a solar fire or you got something special and you're gonna
Yeah.
rattle the stars and I'm like dude that the movie is just filled with so many like incredibly inspirational things and it's just so slept on. I'll never get over how slept on that movie is ever.
Yeah.
Similarly, the Goonies,
Of course.
when I was a kid, all of the movies that were played for me like live action movies were from the 80s.
Yeah.
I was like so beyond into 80s movies, but the Goonies
Plus also
just
Josh Brolin is in The Goonies.
true. God, he's so hot. Anyways, the, the Goonies is just like one of those films where it's like I probably watched this, 200 times between the ages
Yes.
of like 8 and 12.
I
And
agree.
yeah, and it's just like it's a feel good adventure movie. It got me into adventure movies, like anything that was like treasure hunting, like Indiana Jones, Tomb Raider,
Yes,
like
I
anything
agree.
like that. It all came from like me enjoying the Goonies. And like so many scenes stuck with me, and one of them is like when she is like, "Wait, I can play the piano," and they've got that creepy bone piano and they're like she
Yeah.
keeps fucking it up so the floor keeps falling and like I don't remember like any of their names besides Mikey. I don't remember and the mouth and then Data. Okay,
Mouth,
I remember
yeah.
some of their names. And Chunk obviously, but like that was
That's
crazy.
more than half.
Yeah, that is I okay, and the Fratellis are the family. So I remember a lot more than I think. It's just all slowly coming back to me. But yeah, I just like I loved all of the like cuz there's so many like things that now I feel like would be taboo, like the kids finding dead bodies, them threatening to like blend Chunk's hand, right? Like none of that stuff
Yeah.
would float today. Like you'd have to do it in a specific way to make it almost like horror-esque for it to really fit into a movie. Versus like back then, this movie was wild. You had Sloth, you had the Fratellis being some sort of freaking crime family. You had
Yeah.
One-Eyed Willie and the legends and booby
The whole movie
traps
was
and
taboo.
I mean like
Like,
it
stamp
was
it.
all crazy. And so like
Yeah.
I think that this is the only type of movie that could like or the only time that this movie could have existed and been as good as it was. But I had a really hard time choosing between this and Sandlot. Like a really hard
That's
time.
fair.
So for my
Yeah.
childhood, my honorable mention is Sandlot because that movie was like every summer for me. I was a baseball kid. I loved playing with my friends. But we did have a baseball field in my neighborhood, so it was not quite the same.
Yeah.
But yeah, that movie was incredible to me. This movie was incredible to me. And School of Rock. School of Rock was like, dude, my notes for School of Rock on my phone right now literally just say, if you want to be the teacher's pet. Yeah, I loved it. It's what got me into playing guitar, actually. So
That's
I
awesome.
learned guitar because I saw the kid in the movie like grow confidence by playing guitar, and I said that's what I'm gonna do, and I picked it up, and then I played it all the way through high school and some of college, and then I put it down. I haven't touched it in 10 years.
Damn.
um
That makes me sad.
it's okay.
Just rewatch the film and get your love back. Okay?
Yeah, that's what I gotta do. I do revisit School of Rock every once in a while, and I shed a tear when I saw the picture that they all reunited. I actually
Yeah,
shed a
it's so
tear.
cute.
But yeah, I think it's a great movie. I think that I love Jack Black so much that pretty much anything he touches, immediately interested in.
I love when he played Bowser.
Me
I won't
too.
lie.
Yeah, that was I just love him so much, and I feel like he's such a treasure in the sense that like I've never really heard anything bad about him. Like
Yeah.
nothing like super incriminating. And now that I say this, I'm sure something will come out in the next few years, but
Yeah. Please no, but
I
yeah.
hope not. But like I've never heard anything terrible about him. I've never heard of actors not wanting to work with him. I've never heard of him being like barred from interviews or anything. So I mean,
Mhm.
part of me has to believe that he's just genuinely as good of a dude as he seems, or like he's as
Mhm.
authentic as he seems. And so I really like him, and I think this is where my love for Jack Black came from, because I remember afterwards finding like Tenacious D and
Mhm.
all of the different comedies that he's been in, because he's been in so much. um
Yeah.
but yeah, I would definitely say like I became a huge Jack Black fan after this, and I'm not really into comedy movies, but like
If
I'm
it's got
into
Jack Black, yes.
yeah, I'm into a few niche comedy movies, I feel like, or like a few classic comedy movies, but other than that, like if it's got Jack Black, I'll probably watch it.
Mhm.
Um Otherwise, like comedy is not my go-to.
Mhm.
But yeah, this is like essentially like the four staples of my childhood, I would say. There were
I agree.
so many movies that I watched as a kid over and over again, but like I think these are the four that stick with me the most. And
Mhm.
then honorable mention to the
I
same
did
one.
figure out that line, by the way. She goes, "Let me make this as monosyllabic as I can. I don't much care
Yeah.
for this crew you
You
hired."
hired.
And she's like, "Doctor, I'd love to chat. Tea, cake, the
The whole
whole
shebang.
shebang. But I've got a map course and you got a suit to buff up."
Yeah. I
Love,
love
love, love, love.
Amelia's just the greatest. Like she
She is. She's a
for
baddie.
for a while she carried that movie for me, and then I learned to love so much else about it. Like as a kid I laughed
Mhm.
at her more than anything else just because her tone was so funny.
Mhm.
And then I laughed at Morph because he's a cutie and I can't help it.
Yeah, him like mimicking and like mocking people gave me life.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm starting with action adventure. I did put specifics on
Jurassic
here
Park.
throughout here, but yes. So some of these are going to fall into multiple categories, but like I went with what I think they led to for me. So Pirates of the Caribbean, whatever. Specifically Dead Man's Chest on repeat. The first
Is
time
that
I
the
saw
first
it.
time we see Davy Jones?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair. My
Um
favorite is the mermaid one. I think it's 3.
yeah,
Don't fucking quote me on that though.
oh, wait, hold on. Curse of the Black Pearl, Dead Man's Chest, at World's End, or on, wait, on Stranger's Tide is the fourth one, right? And then Dead Man Tell No Tale, whatever. Dead Men Tell No Tales is the fifth one. The third one's with the Pieces of Eight
I think it's on Stranger Tides. Let me
on
fact
Stranger
check that.
Tides. I
Let me
feel
see.
like I can't remember the name of the third one, but it's what they have
Yeah,
the Pieces of Eight.
Piece of 8.
Yeah, they have like the coins, and they all the captains have like coins, and they go to rescue Jack.
Oh shit.
But
That
I
must be one of the newer ones.
no, it's the third one, isn't it? Because it's
Oh, At
the
World's End?
yeah,
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
yeah.
Sorry. The titles of these don't really help me. I have to like look through pictures. So I did just fact check. Stranger Tides is the one I'm talking about. So the
Okay,
fourth one.
the fourth one.
And then
You
let
mean the
me
last good one?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Oh, yes, I do remember this one with the
because
coins.
the fifth one's called Dead Men Tell No Tales, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one
That's
was
like the one that
trash.
came out just barely and then fucking they're making a sixth one and it's
No, why? Is
ridiculous.
Johnny Depp in it?
They are. They're making a sixth one because
Is
what's his
Johnny Depp in
face?
it?
Yes, Johnny Depp just got
Jesus
off his
Christ,
release.
dude, just get out of there.
Well, he just got off his release of not being able to make movies because of the whole fucking trial thing,
Yeah,
because that's why he got kicked out of Fantastic Beasts as well.
right.
Yeah. So yes,
Damn.
they are making a sixth one. I don't know an ETA on that. Don't quote me, but
Jesus
yes.
Lord. Welp,
Yeah.
beating a dead horse, but it's fine. Um,
That's what Disney does.
it's funny enough, all three of these have been rebooted and have been terrible. But
I
well, I
don't know. I feel
guess
like Jumanji's reboot was really good.
the first one for sure.
I thought the second one was decent. It will never beat
Really?
the first
I
one.
don't think I
Yeah,
like
I
the
like the
second
second one.
one. Um,
Yeah.
but also I think I gatekeep Robin Williams films. I don't
I
like them
respect
being
that. I think you
rebooted.
should, to be
Yeah.
honest. The Night at
Like,
the Museum, treasure.
yeah, literally. Oh shit, I should have put that in my childhood too. Whatever. Um I watched that movie so much strictly because of him. But
I fell in love with
yeah.
Rami Malek then too.
Yeah, me too. Fucking cuz he was which Egyptian
King
was he?
Tut.
Yeah, King Tut. Um but yes, okay. Pirates of the
Oh no,
Caribbean.
excuse me. He was Achman Ra. Excuse that
Ackman Ra,
moron.
okay. Um
Yeah, maybe.
Pirates of the Caribbean was like that was my gateway into the piratism for sure. Um after watching the first one, cuz I love Curse of the Black Pearl and I can quote that shit probably as well as I can quote like Treasure Planet, but I think Dead Man's Chest really sold me on being a fan of like all things nautical, because the
Yeah.
idea of like Davy Jones's locker and all of these like curses and just like the I guess the continuation of the story, getting to see Will and Elizabeth as like full-blown pirate crew, like I think all of that was like holy shit, yeah, I want to be a pirate. And that was when I started begging my parents to go to lighthouses, to go like see pirate ships, to go to museums like that and stuff. And God bless my parents, they took me to all of it. But
Yeah.
I became like a real sea junkie for over those movies. Like I mean, that was the first time that I saw a franchise and I was like, this is now my thing. And this is now like half of my personality. So much so that the first Bible camp that I ever volunteered to be a camp counselor at was because it was pirate themed.
That's so
I
crazy.
was a Bible camp counselor because I really wanted the pirate shirt and the bandana and the treasure chest that you got for being one. That was it. That was the only reason.
I also thought the CGI in the Pirates of the Caribbean movies were ahead of its time.
Oh, for sure. No, I think they did an
Davy Jones
incredible
is
job.
beautiful.
Literally. And he holds up. Like he stands the test of time. Because like
Yes.
you watch it now and you're like, oh, okay. I mean, it's still okay. I for the
Was
time
this
it
the
was great.
2007 film?
Yeah, I think 2006 was Curse of the Black Pearl, and then they came out with this one right after, maybe.
This one is 2006. At
Oh.
World's End is 2007.
Oh, okay, okay. So then the first one's like what,
Still,
2004?
yeah.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, I think Dead Man's Chest was definitely like the selling point, and I think that the reason I probably include it over the other ones is because everything with like Davy Jones, everything, it got me into like I think like pirate lore versus like pirate history, because the
Mm-hmm.
first one was very like, aha, this is what a pirate does. Very cool, pretty sick, nice. Then the second one was like, aha, this is what a pirate was afraid of. Tall tales and all of the, sea creatures and scary things or whatever. And I know the curse in the first one is supernatural-ish, but like that seemed like movie stuff to me versus this one, because I had already kind of gotten into like learning about pirates. I knew Davy Jones was like a thing. Seeing it on screen and how crazy it looked, and like the lore of like the heart in the chest and stabbing the heart and becoming one with the ship and whatever else, and it was just so cool. Like everything about it was just so cool that it just became one of my like all-time favorites. Jumanji was like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, it was just the coolest movie ever. I know it's on the poster here, but like I'll never forget an adventure for those who seek to find a way to leave their world behind.
Your world
and then
behind.
It's like swirling and like everything kind of, then Robin Williams shows up and he's all like crazy, and when it starts raining, he's
Yelling.
like, it's a monsoon, and like that movie plays like in fast forward on like 10 times speed in my head when I think about it, because I watched it so much that I still remember it start to finish. Like, it's just such a classic for me, and it's where I fell in love with Robin Williams. After I saw this and Night at the Museum, I watched like Patch Adams, I watched Dead Poet Society, I watched pretty much anything that had Robin Williams in it. I was like down to watch.
Flubber.
Yeah, Flubber, like all of the different little movies that he was in. I watched his comedy bits as I got older.
His comedy bits are so
I know,
good.
and he just became my favorite person in the whole world. I'm not kidding when I say I was in college when he passed away. I took a week off of classes because I was so heartbroken. And I remember after that, like, I returned to class and people were like, oh, what happened to you? Where were you? Or whatever. And I was like, it's going to sound stupid, but I was legitimately mourning the loss of Robin Williams. A man I have never met, a man I have but like, he was literally like my hero, because he just, he was so positive. And I think I just felt like this moment of like hopelessness, because I was like, if he can't make it, how am I supposed to make it? And I just, it hit me really hard when he passed. So like, I think Jumanji's always going to hold a special place in my heart, just because like he was the first person I ever admired, like the first actor I ever admired in my entire life. And he was the first actor whose career I followed. He was the first actor who I would like go out of my way to watch like DVD extras or like commentaries if he was in them, because I wanted so much more of him on screen. So yeah, I think Jumanji will always be up there for sure. And then lastly, Jurassic Park, specifically the third one, but also I really love the first one. So I just put the staple Jurassic Park poster up there, because truthfully I love the franchise, the original franchise. But
it's good though, just putting that in there.
Yeah, just gonna put that in. I'll actually take Jurassic Park 2 over any of the Jurassic World in the recent years.
You would rather take a gymnast movie than the trilogy?
Dude,
or actually, I should say quadrilogy.
Sometimes I think about her spinning around the pole and kicking a raptor just randomly. Like, I just think about how that's like a scene that really does exist. And I think that's insane.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, Jurassic Park's a classic. I mean, you can't beat dinosaurs being dinosaurs.
I was about to say, I think you needed to end it there. You can't beat dinosaurs, period. Point blank, end.
It's just there, like, I never had the dinotism. That was not my type beat. It was way more into nautical stuff and cars. But dinos, I understand it. You know what I mean? I do get it.
Mine was animals and dinos.
Mine was definitely modes of transportation.
Yeah, trains, planes, and cars.
Yeah, trains, planes, and automobiles.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do definitely love Jurassic Park 3 more than the other two. I just Jurassic you like the original Jurassic Park movie is just fucking incredible though. Like you can't, even if it's not your favorite, you acknowledge that it is a wonderful fucking film. Um
Yes. 10 out
but
of 10.
the third one, I don't know why I liked that one so much. Because when you go back and you watch them, it's very obvious that the best made one is the first one. But I
Yes.
really liked the third one, like a
It's
lot.
the Nokia
Yeah.
part. And he's hulking right there. Are you
Yeah.
kidding me? I would be pooping my pants.
Oh,
I love the Spinome.
yeah,
I
it's so
honestly hate
good.
the aquatic version they gave it in the new film.
I know. God, we can't get on the topic. I'll rant for 25 minutes
No,
again.
we can't. Not that
Yeah,
film.
that's
Blech. 3 out of
meh.
10.
Honestly, throw it in the bucket with Alita Battle Angel. I'm out of here. I'm so done.
I agree.
Yeah, that's oh,
That's
Alita Battle
crazy
Angel.
business. We won't get into that
Jesus,
either
yeah,
because she will
nope.
rant forever on that.
Next,
Next, Sci-Fi.
sci-fi. Have you
Sci-fi.
ever seen Evolution?
Um,
Jay, this movie
no.
is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. It's fucking perfect. It's actually incredible.
I don't like. I'm very picky with my dumb movies, and that's someone who says they love watching Airplane.
Okay, I don't know how you would feel about it. However, it is one of my all-time favorite sci-fi movies because it's
Mhm.
like so 2000s. Like it's dumb because you can tell they made a sci-fi movie to make a sci-fi movie. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
there's alien creatures and like all of this stuff and it has plot. It's just not a very thick plot, you know. Um
Yeah.
So it's like they were like, oh, we're going to make a movie and we're going to make it a sci-fi movie. Here's the plot. We're going to follow point A to B with like no real super big interruptions. And along the way, we're going to do every 2000s trope there's ever been. So
That's
it's pretty
crazy.
great. Yeah. It is an easy watch. It's not a very long movie. But it's also like not very um high budget. So like
Mhm.
the CGI and stuff, there is like one thing where so the alien thing gets under the guy's skin and they're trying to get it out and it is pretty, from what I remember, it's been a long time since I've watched this. It is pretty like icky kind of looking like good CGI when the thing's crawling through the skin. Everything else is trash. Like it's trash CGI. It was not it I don't remember when this movie came out, but it was not having CGI at the time.
Yeah.
Evolution. 2001.
Well, you can say some things about movies now, so, you know,
Yeah.
pick your battles.
There yeah, you can just like when you look at the scenes, like here, I will send you this thing haunted my nightmares for a while. But
Shut up,
I will
haunted
send
you?
this to you so that you can see it. That's like a thing that comes crawling in like a back door
What
somewhere.
is that?
Yeah, it's it's something. It's for
Oh
sure
my god.
something. For those of you who are listening, I will put this in on topic discussion. This is what I'm talking about. But yeah, that thing is ugly and it terrified me and it stuck with me for a while. I won't lie to you. But like that's about the level of the CGI throughout the movie, and that's on, you know, like real life like backgrounds. So it obviously looks like CGI. It's not super great, but like when you look at the movie for what it is, it's a fucking wonderful film. And
I bet.
I'm a big fan of dumb movies. So like that's definitely a me thing why I enjoy it so much. But the other two are very serious. Signs was, when it came out, revolutionary. It was so scary. It
Revolutionary.
was so scary in the terms of like alien movies because so much of it was like, are we all crazy? What's happening? And like the tinfoil hats literally are like such a staple now of conspiracy theorists and whatnot. Because the whole movie was basically like the conspiracy theorists are right, right? Like that was the
Mhm.
whole underlying theme. And so I just think like when I was a kid, I remember watching it and I was like, aliens are real and this is gonna happen. Like I was sold on the idea that aliens eventually at some point were gonna come down, and it was gonna be just like that, where they were gonna make themselves known, but it was gonna be like, we want you to think that you're crazy. Um, so I think Signs is definitely one of them that I watched a lot, but I don't think that it got me into alien movies. I think I was already kind of into alien movies because of the Alien movies and Predator movies. But
Mhm.
it definitely gave me like an appreciation for like different types of like alien stuff. Cause did you ever see The Fourth Kind?
I don't believe so.
The fourth
Fourth kind?
I think that's what it was called. I can't really remember. I walked out on the theater. Um
Yeah, this is a 2009 film.
yes. So I was in my freshman year of high school. I went to the theater to see it, and I was with one of my really good friends. I thought it was going to be fun because it was like Paranormal Activity meets Alien movie. It is not fun.
Yeah, that's what this is giving.
It is not fun. It's not good. I don't like it. Not a good found
Oh,
footage. But then Cloverfield happened, and I was like,
mm.
yes, perfect, everything, love it all. Then the creators fucked up the lore, and so now I'm not a huge fan of Cloverfield, but I kind of am, but I'm not. Um, but that I could literally make a whole podcast episode about the lore of Cloverfield, but none of it matters because it's all been retconned by the writers. Um,
Oh my
and
god.
no, I mean like a decade's worth of lore that was built up and built up and built up in 2 seconds. They were like, actually, no, it was like more like this. And we were like, what? What do you mean? You guys sent us on chases around the internet to find information on like different websites and little Easter eggs and shit. And we found all this stuff, and you said that this was the stuff, this was the thing, this was the story, it was real, it was true. You said that.
Mhm.
You told us that. And they were like, yeah,
They say no.
but like we just feel like maybe this is really what happened. And we were like, no, that's not true. So now there's two lores. You either believe basically the online community lore or you believe the writer lore. Um but that's off tangent. Those two movies were definitely sci-fi movies that I very much enjoyed. Alien versus Predator I put on here because I did love this movie. However, it's more so because everything that led up to it was really what got me into like alien movies. And I mean like
Mhm.
the alien movies, the Predator movies, pretty much anything within that realm I love. The recent alien movies I have had a few questions about. I won't lie. Um, but I do still like them for what they are, which is a horror movie in space. I'm always gonna like that. Predator, the first Predator film is literally so fucking badass. I love it. I legitimately love it way too much. The first Alien movie, so based. So freaking based. So yeah, they got me into it. My honorable mention for this category is The Matrix because
Oh, I'm there with you.
for a really long time the Matrix trilogy was my favorite trilogy. Everybody was on about Lord of the Rings and Star Wars and like getting into all these other like I was like, nah, dude, The Matrix. That's my shit right there, dude.
Not Mr.
um
Fishburne
yeah,
and
for real,
Mr.
Mr.
Reed.
Smith. Yeah. Anders. Horror. Um, yeah. So I was a pretty big horror person, even when I was a kid.
Freddy
My
vs. Jason is so fucking peak.
Freddy versus Jason might actually be the greatest horror movie that ever exists.
It's
Um,
so peak,
it's
bro.
so it's literally the greatest. Um, so a little background on my journey through horror. My grandmother, I'm sorry, my great grandmother on my dad's side was a horror fan. Um, so back in the day, she was like, went to the drive-in to see The Blob, like loved it. Went to the drive-in to see The Thing, loved it. Like she was super into Vincent Price and all that. Like very, very into that generation of horror movies, right? And then my mother is a huge horror fan, always has been. My dad's like about it, but he'll watch it. So growing
Mm.
up, we were introduced to horror very, very early. We're talking 6, 7
Wait, you
years
said your
old.
mom was the horror buff?
My mom is a huge horror fan.
For context, and I'm not gonna out her, but Mama Pumpkins does not give off that energy in person.
The
I love her to
sweetest,
pieces,
sweetest
but it's
Southern
so
woman in the
funny.
entire planet. Biggest horror movie fan. Her favorite movies are The
Yeah.
Exorcist, Rosemary's Baby, and oh
Jennifer's
shit.
Body or what?
I'd have to ask her. She did like Jennifer's Body. I'd have to ask her what the other one
Yes!
was.
I
What
love
was-
her.
Wait one second. Ma? All right, she's not around. Damn it, we were about to have a cameo.
Mama
But
Pumpkins.
but no, she was definitely the one who introduced us to horror. It started with 13 Ghosts, the original 13 Ghosts. Black and white movie, not very scary, but pretty fun to watch. When my brother and I were like 6 or 7 years old, my parents decided to watch it. They were downstairs in our basement. Me and my brother snuck down. My mom noticed. She just let us watch it. When we didn't have nightmares, she was basically like, all right, green light, we can watch horror movies now. And that's just where it all started. So we watched all the Nightmare
Oh,
on
yeah.
Elm Street movies. Oh, Michael Myers is the other one she likes. She likes the Mike Myers movies. But she
Mm-mm.
wasn't very much into slashers. She more liked like the Exorcist stuff. So
Yeah,
she like falls more on that side typically, but out of the slashers she liked Mike Myers.
that's fair.
But yeah, we watched all the Nightmare on Elm Streets. We watched all the Friday the 13th movies, all the Halloween movies. We watched like Trick or Treat was a really big one. All the Final Destinations, Saw, Hostel, Stay Alive was a huge one for me and my brother. It's also the honorable mention in this category. And when Blockbuster was a thing, we used to go every weekend, and my parents would let us pick out one horror movie to rent for the week. And so Freddy versus Jason was a regular. And it got to the point where my dad was like, we're buying the fucking movie because you keep renting it. So like we got the movie. I still have the copy of it because it's everything to me. I mean, like Freddy versus Jason might actually be my second favorite horror movie of all time because Saw is the first one. But like that movie was everything. And like me and my brother we were into the story. We were like, all right, so here's Jason's lore, here's why he exists, here's why this is this way, and Freddy versus, like, we knew everything. So Freddy versus Jason made perfect sense to us on why
Oh, yeah.
like why Freddy and Jason were at odds, and like why Jason looked the way he did, and like how he figured out that Freddy was afraid of fire. Like we had everything figured out. We were talking, like, I think me and Connor were like 12, and we were like, oh, and it's so cool because there's all the symbolism on why Jason won, because water snuffs out the fire, but then fire always lives on, so that's why like Freddy's still alive. We were just going crazy with it.
Mm-hmm.
So that one's like a big one on what shaped my horror, because like getting into the Freddy and Jason movies was like, I'm in this bitch. We love slashers. We love, like, you know, blood and gore, and the virgin always survives the film, and whatever, kids who are having sex and during camp are gonna die, and like all those tropes. Like we got so into it. I'm gonna skip funny games. That's gonna be the last one I talk about because it's a strange one, and I need to gush about it because nobody ever knows this film. Final Destination movies. I have not seen the new one, but I love all of the ones that I've seen. Not because they're good, but because I love fake outs. Fake outs are so fun to me, and that's all Final Destination is here's 26 ways that this person can die. Whoops, he slipped on glass and got impaled.
Oh my god, wait, have I shown you the TikTok that I have of Final Destination?
No.
I'm gonna send it to you after this podcast. It has me fucking peeing my
Okay,
pants.
if you can find it somewhere else. I don't have TikTok anymore, so I can't watch TikTok videos.
Even if you pull it up on your computer?
Oh, I haven't tried on my PC. On my phone, it makes you download the app, and I'm not doing it.
Yuck. I'll send it to your Discord and we'll test it. But it
Yeah,
is
okay.
so funny. It has me dying.
Based. Okay. But yes, Final Destination instilled every early fear I ever had. I'm afraid of nail guns. I'm afraid of like the fucking like being in the shower with cords or anything like near like that. I don't remember
Mhm.
exactly what he got choked out with, but like sometimes the hose part of like the detachable shower head, I'm like, oh,
Mhm.
one wrong slip, man, and I could be like that guy. Like I think about
Like
these
that
things.
guy.
I think about these things. I was afraid of roller coasters for a while because of the third one. I was afraid of subways for a while because
The
of
log truck.
the log truck is forever a fear. And I know it's a fear for
Yes.
everybody because whenever I'm seeing a log truck and somebody is behind it, they're like 4 car lengths away and nobody's in between. I know
Uh-huh,
that is
uh-huh.
that is a generational fear.
Oh,
Um
yeah. Scarred
and then yeah,
everyone.
I don't think I need to talk about it. I don't think I need to spend time on it. Saw is an obvious one. We've talked about it before. We're big Saw fans. There's not much
Yes.
to it.
Veda put me on, all
Oh
I can
shit,
say.
my bad. Funny Games. Funny Games is the most fourth wall breaking meta horror movie I have ever seen. It is based off of a German film by the same name. I've seen both versions. They are exactly the same. They literally took Tim Roth and Michael Pitt, put them in the roles and said do everything they did.
That's
Basically,
funny.
I'm sorry, Michael Pitt and Brady Corbett. Tim Roth and Naomi Watts play parents, right? And they have their son with them, and they're like Hampton parents, like like they're like rich parents who take their kid to the Hamptons or something.
Mhm.
Um, and these two are like friends of the neighbor, so they come over and they're like, hey, so and so's making a thing and she needs an egg. Do you mind if we borrow a couple eggs? And they're like really like they're like one of them's kind of super awkward and the other one is like super confident and like kind of intimidating. And they like kind of split up and one of them's talking to the dad and then one of them's talking to the mom and like basically they set it up to where they can hold these people hostage. They tie them up and then they're like, all right, we're gonna play, like we like playing games, so like let's go ahead and play a game. And the game is, if you guys are alive by morning, you win, and if you guys aren't, we win. And throughout the night they like play a whole bunch of games with them, but there's like stuff that happens, like one of them dies and the other one goes searching through the couch, finds the remote and rewinds it and then takes the gun. Like it's so meta, it's so fourth wall breaking, and I had never seen that before ever. So when I
Mhm.
watched this I was like, what, this is crazy. You can do this, you can acknowledge that this is a movie within the movie without making that the point of the movie. And so it's always stuck with me, but it's an insanely good film if you are into horror films. Like if you are really really into horror films. If you're not, you're going to watch it and you're going to think it's weird. But if you are, you're going to watch this and you're going to go, that is like, this is, if this came out nowadays, it would be on that like kind of same level of like all those like weird artsy kind of horror movies that come out, like the Peele films and Midsummer and Hereditary. It would be like a step below those because it's not very
Mm.
like intense, creepy, plot twisty. It's just very like unsettling and artsy. But yeah, very good one. I likey.
Hell yeah.
I didn't know what to call these movies because two of them are technically cult classics, but they're all pretty dark, so I just called them dark movies. Um,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's fair.
Um, The Crow was a movie. I'm not going to go too far into these because these are movies that I would
Is
never.
this the new Crow or the old one?
Oh, this is the old one with Brandon Lee.
Gotcha.
Um,
Yeah.
so I'm not going to go super into all these because I truthfully believe that all of like anybody who exists in the world should see all three of these for themselves. Um,
Mhm.
The Crow, super great soundtrack. Like that is one of the best soundtracks I have ever heard in my life. If you are into like industrial or grunge music, that is a movie for you. Um, but yeah, The Crow was always a super big one. For between the ages of 15 and 19, I fell asleep to it literally every single night. No, I'm not kidding. I had a DVD player in my room. I popped it in. I would turn on my TV, turn on my DVD player, and just hit play and go to sleep every single night. I was
That's
obsessed with it.
crazy.
I was absolutely obsessed with it. Um, I'm gonna skip the butterfly effect for a second. Donnie Darko. When people ask me what my favorite movie is, it's really hard for me not to still say Donnie Darko because my favorite movie is The Martian, and it has been since The Martian came out. But Donnie Darko was my favorite film before that, all the way from like 10 years old to whatever age I was when The Martian came out. Um, and I think, honestly, I think that they're on the same level because I really, really like Donnie Darko. And when I was younger and I watched it for the first time, I understood it right away, which was like scary considering my age, but also like very cool for me because I just got it. And I feel like that was one of the first times that I ever was like, oh, I understand filmography. Like I understand, or like I understand cinematography. Like I understand why this story went this way and what the symbols in here mean. And it was like a very cool experience for me to like to just get it right away because I was like, oh, that means I'm connected to this film. I also love these two specifically because cult classics kill me in the way that they are not like highly rated by critics, but
Hmm.
audiences love them so much that they will literally triumph over the critics. I love them for that reason. Like people who love The Crow and love Donnie Darko, they will fight to the end to say that every critic got it wrong. And I love that that still happens 20 years, 30 years later. Um The Butterfly Effect is a really fucked up crazy movie. And
Yeah,
I don't know if I don't know if you watched it recently, but
not
um
recently enough.
okay, me neither. But I have a distinct memory because he gets like transported back by pain, right? Isn't that like the thing? Or like he has to break his immersion. All I remember is he stabbed his hands on those things that you put tickets on. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's what I remember from this
Oh, there
movie.
it is.
Um
Yeah.
like that is what I remember from this movie, and then I remember the part with the dog in the bag because I wanted to turn off the movie. Um
Yeah.
yeah. But I think the reason I like this movie so much is the end. I like that it's not a happy ending a lot.
I think some more movies should be like that. I don't think everything should just happy go lucky type shit.
Same.
I like the fact that there could just be
There could
the
be a
end.
perfect
Like
solution and it just sucks.
that's it. You don't get to
Yeah.
see the character come back to life. You don't get to see the character. Yeah,
No,
it's
I
crazy.
agree completely. So, those are my dark movies. I had to do it. I had to
Of
pick
course.
because and I would like to trade you Speed Racer for Driven one day because Driven is a
I
really great Sylvester Stallone movie.
was
But
gonna say it's got Sylvester. I'm in.
yeah, and Burt Reynolds. But okay, I'm gonna go left to right because Driven's like the staple of my car movies. But Fast and Furious, specifically Tokyo Drift, when I was a kid, I thought that it was the coolest thing ever. I wanted to go to Japan like immediately after watching it. I wanted to
Hmm.
drift all the time forever. I wanted to have a souped out car. And this movie came, I think I was like, I don't know, 9 when I saw it for the first time, and I was like, I can't wait to drive. I know I have 7 years. I can't wait for it. Um but yeah, I think out of all the Fast and Furious films, because I do genuinely, unironically love all of the Fast and Furious films, but out of all of them, I would say this is definitely my favorite, which is so fucked up because it's the only one that doesn't have Vin Diesel in it. Um,
That's
or Paul
crazy.
Walker. Yeah, it's literally some random dude from America that they sent out to Japan, like that. But it's got Han, and Han is like the glue that holds Fast and Furious together. I swear to God. So meeting him is the greatest moment in the series, and it happens in Tokyo Drift, so you gotta love Tokyo Drift. Talladega Nights. So fun fact, most professional drivers will shit on driving movies. They all love Talladega Nights because it's just ridiculous. Like, it's just so unreal that it makes it bearable to watch for people who like know about racing. Because like a lot of the
I
time you
like
watch
the actor in the blue and red. I
um
forget his name.
yeah, John Raleigh, right?
I'm sure.
Raleigh? Something like that.
I just love that actor.
Yeah, me too. He's so good in Kong Skull Island. But
Yes.
yes. But yeah, I think the story of Ricky Bobby, or the Ballad of Ricky Bobby, is an incredible film. It's very funny. It like hits the nail on the head of like this, like the ridiculousness of sports movies when it comes to racing, because it's really hard to make racing interesting unless you're doing some sort of like biopic, or you've got
I
some sort
agree.
of like element of upping the stakes. So like, for instance, Fast and Furious stopped being about racing because there was nothing more to do. You don't see many racing movies have a whole bunch of sequels because not all of them have Vin Diesel solo funding it, and also not all of them have somewhere to go after that. And on top of that, even the movies that are biopic-ish, like even the ones that try to make it kind of like the story of somebody in the sport. So like for instance, the F1 movie that just came out recently. Sure, it is about F1, and sure, all of the F1 drivers are in it. None of it's realistic because you can't do it. Like there's nothing interesting about watching a movie about Formula 1 without adding some sort of drama that doesn't exist, or some sort of like tactic or like driving style that can't exist due to rules and regulations. So like you have to do something.
Mhm.
And Talladega Nights does a really good job of like upping the ante and doing like the most out of pocket ridiculous shit, like driving backwards in a race, because they like, it's a comedy and it's kind of satirical and they can get away with it, and it's just it's got a great like stereotypical racing driver story that they just play up. It's just such a good film. Um, and then lastly, Driven. So Driven is like, I mean it's a drama, but Jimmy Bly is, was that his name? Yeah. Jimmy Bly is like a rookie in the racing world. It's about IndyCar racing, and it's basically the story of like him racing and getting the help of Sylvester Stallone, who's like a washed up IndyCar driver, to propel himself through the sport. And so it's kind of like the Rocky of driving movies to me, in terms of like it's just about a kid who's trying to get good at racing. But it's like it's just so good. And I love Sylvester Stallone, and like it was just such a phenomenal movie when you grew up in like a racing family. So it really like kind of hit home for me. So I just, it's everything. I love that movie. The honorable mention for this one is Grand Prix, which is a ridiculous movie from the 60s about racing. Um
Mm.
but these three I think would be probably the reason that I'm so into cars and into racing nowadays. And then comedy. We don't have to go through these. They're
Oh
just
my
funny
god, Scary
ha's.
Movie. Yes.
Specifically, Scary Movie 3 is always going to have a special place in my heart because of Brenda when she fights the bitch from the ring. And she's like, Cindy!
Yeah. The
The
TV's leaking.
TV's leaking! It just
I love
kills
them. They
me.
could have never made this any other time frame. I
I
think
know.
1 through 3 for scary movies.
Yeah.
Hell, I'll even go further than that, but they're amazing and I can't wait for Scary Movie 6.
I know. I literally, Scary Movie was like, when they were making all of these farce movies, I a lot of them because they did ones for like remember the like oh god what's the they did like date movie and then they did like action movie and they did like satirical things that were basically trying to do what Scary Movie did because they were all different types of like satirical stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
Scary Movie was the one that I liked because I was so into horror movies that like I understood everything. But they grabbed from other things too. Like Scary Movie 3 has 8 Mile and has The Matrix and all of these other things. Like I can't remember what Charlie Sheen's character is based off of, but they have all of these different like elements of like they pull from sci-fi, they pull from action. It's just the main storyline is based off of whatever popular scary movie is out at that time, right? So I
Yeah.
loved them. I like they were perfect movies to me.
The
Especially
Saw rendition is so
yes. Oh
funny.
my god, I
I love
know.
it.
And it's like the I think it is it the second one that has the butler and he's like, this is my strong hand. And it's like a little baby hand.
Yeah. I think the second one is also the one where he goes, Sashimi.
Yeah. Sashimi.
Hana, Benihana,
Yeah.
sashimi.
So
Dude,
stupid.
I freaking love that
Oh
kid
my god,
so
me
much.
too. It's so golden. But yes, I love the scary movie films. Shaun of the Dead it's perfect. What can I say about it? The farcy of it, the Queen, the jukebox, the Winchester, the plan, everything. It's just so good.
Everything.
I still love to this day. Me and my brother will look at each other and we'll be like, "Here's the plan. We get in the car, go to Mom's, kill Phil. Sorry, Phil." It's like
Sorry, Phil.
it's just so good. Grab Liz, get to the Winchester, and have a nice cold pint while we wait for all this to blow over. There's just a raging zombie infestation going on outside, and they're like, "Yes, we're gonna go to the pub." um, I love
Death.
Edgar Wright. Edgar Wright films can basically do no wrong in my eyes. I don't think I've ever seen an Edgar Wright film I don't like. Simon Pegg and Nick Frost as a duo, literally unbeatable to me. I love them. Every movie that they've been in together is I love this one. I love Hot Fuzz. I love Paul. I love At the World's End. At whatever the pub crawl one is. I just think that they're an incredible duo. I wanted more. I love that it's based off of Dawn of the Dead, which is another zombie movie that I grew up loving. So it's a very, very good one. It's very quotable. And it's definitely like when it came to comedy, I really liked this like satirical horror movie comedy growing up because I also love Tucker and Dale versus Evil and like a couple of other kind of like horror comedies. Shaun of the Dead was just number one for me though, and I think it's a perfect comedy. I just can't get over it ever. And then finally, Dodgeball. Dodgeball is perfection. I love Vince Vaughn. I don't give a shit what anyone says. I don't know if he's problematic, but I love him. I honestly, there's part of me that just like in the 2000s, in like the mid 2000s, you can't beat Vince Vaughn in a movie because
He was
he's
everywhere.
well, and also I read a lot about how he does movies that he's in, and he prefers to play like a lead role that's kind of hands off. This is a perfect example of that. He plays the main role. He is literally the dude. He is Joe Dodgeball. But everybody else
Joe
shines.
Dodgeball.
Everybody else shines in this movie. Like the memorable characters are like White Goodman, played by Ben Stiller, Kate Bishop, that's not her name. That is from Hawkeye. Kate, whatever her name is, the blondie.
Yeah, I was like,
Yep,
hey,
Kate.
Seinfeld or what?
No, but she is like the banker or like the auditor from the bank. Justin Long's character is a male cheerleader who like gets his time to shine. Like all of the characters are super memorable because Vince Vaughn prefers to have everybody share the spotlight, and I think that is so sick. So, yeah,
Hell yeah.
I love everything about Dodgeball. And it's also highly quotable because I think this movie came out probably 20 years ago now, maybe a little less than that. And I still quote it all the time because I can't remember his name, but the guy who plays one of the sports announcers for ESPN 8 the Ocho, he plays
Mhm.
like a fucking idiot. He's a very famous comedian. I just can't remember his name. Um but he's like the guy who's supposed to be like the normal announcer. He'll be like, "Oh, looks like we're gonna have a little mono," and and the guy who plays Pepper, he's like, usually have to pay twice for that kind of action, Pepper or Cotton, and it's just like one of those things. He misunderstands everything. And I think there
Yeah.
was like one point where he says, "Oh, looks like Average Joe's Gym is gonna have to forfeit." He goes, "That's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it plays out for him." He's just like so out of it the whole time. But yeah, these would be, I think, out of all the comedy movies that I watched, I think these three were the ones that I rewatched as a kid or like in my adolescence. And then yeah, romance. I had a couple. I mean, Sweet Home Alabama is my favorite romance film just because I'm from the
Mhm.
South. It hits home. The Notebook, it's just really fucking sad. And it's really good.
It's
It's
so
like,
well done.
it is. It's so good. So I really like The Notebook. I love Ryan Gosling though. I am a Ryan Gosling fan, so that helps.
Well, I hope you're ready for him being in a Star Wars film.
Okay, I'm not a fan of that, but we'll see
Yeah.
what happens. But no, yeah, I also love that The Notebook is like one of those films. I remember being in high school and like everybody used to joke that you would test your boyfriend at the time by seeing if they would sit through all of The Notebook with you. And
Yes.
I was like,
I
dude,
stand by that. That's a good
yeah.
test.
I was like, dude, that's the bar test for me. Like, if you'll sit through The Notebook with me, if you shed a tear, you're in. We're good forever. You shed one
Literally.
tear, you're in forever. If you ask me to turn this off, you're gone. Goodbye.
You're gone.
Yeah.
Suck it up, Buttercup, or else.
Yes. Sweet Home Alabama, I think might actually be in my top 10 films of all time, which sounds crazy when you think about it because it's just like a Reese Witherspoon rom-com, like it's not anything super crazy, but
Mhm.
like this set the standard for me in a relationship. Like it really did. I was really picky
It
from the
really
start.
does. Both men in actually both of these films.
Correct. Josh Lucas did something terrible to me, which was play Jake Perry in this movie because he has ruined men for me. Um and
Yeah.
I just like the cute thing of like, why do you want to marry me anyhow? So I can kiss you anytime I want. Like I just love that
So I can
exchange.
kiss
It's
you
so
anytime I want.
cute.
I
Um
also love how niche it is that he, even after all this time, sold the lightning fragments from the sand.
I know.
I thought that was really cute.
It makes me want to cry too when like their bonding moment, like their hey, we're still good moment is when she's visiting their dog's grave and she's like, "I'm sorry I wasn't there for you," and he comes to comfort her and I'm like, "Oh, that's
I
so I
know. It's
can't
like
with
it's such a
that."
slice of life
It
type shit.
really is. And it's like it's such a good story of like I got the hell out of this town, but something's pulling me home. Like it's just such a good film. It's like everything wrapped into
Mhm.
one.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. And then we got to these days. So, I'll go over the bottom first just because it's going to be really easy. Uh I got into Marvel like really like shortly after high school. I saw Captain America the Winter Soldier in theaters. I hadn't seen anything but Iron Man prior to that though. So I was kind of out of
You didn't
it.
even see the first Captain America?
Before I went I watched it. But like
Oh, okay. I just wanted to know that. I
at the
don't care
time
anyways.
I had only seen um I had only seen the first Iron Man. Did I see the second one before? I don't remember. I know I saw the first Iron Man and I saw the first Thor. I'm not going to lie to you, when I was in high school and I watched those films, I wasn't super into them because I was kind of like snooty about it because of the comics, and I was like, this just isn't like I don't like it's not how I envisioned it happening. I loved Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark. I did. But
Yes.
when I saw Hemsworth as Thor, I was like, I mean, I get it aesthetically, but I don't know if I like him. Like, he seems
I
dumb.
hate him in Thor.
Okay, thank God.
I'm sorry.
No, thank God. Because I thought you were gonna disagree with me, and I didn't want to have that fight, but I was ready to fight.
No, I think the
Um,
first Thor, granted, there's a topless scene, yum,
yeah.
but that's also being biased. But also, I think his beard looks like utter fucking trash.
Well, and I also just
The
think
ending scene to Thor 1 is disgusting to
I
me. I
also
hate
just
him.
think he's stupid. Like, he's dumb.
Yes.
And
Love
I
and Thunder
don't
is a
like that.
joke.
Yeah, I don't like it at all. So, I mean, because of that, because of those two being my introduction, I was like, I don't think I fuck with like the movie versions. I think I'll stick to my comics. Then
Yeah.
my buddy who wanted to go see Winter Soldier, and I said, I don't know, I haven't seen any movies since Thor or whatever. And he said, all you have to see is Captain America. And I said, all right, fine.
Okay.
Sure. Let's go. Let's do it. So we go to see he shows me the first Captain America. Me being a huge war movie fan, I said, actually, this is pretty good, but if the second one don't got no war, I don't know if I'm gonna like it. And then he
Yeah.
said, okay, well, we'll see. I haven't seen it yet. And I said, okay, let's go. So then we go to see it. I hadn't watched the second Iron Man because I had no idea who the hell Black Widow was. Or like I
Yeah.
didn't know where she came from. And so
Okay.
we went to go see Winter Soldier, and then at the beginning she's fucking there, you know? Like she's in it. And so I was like, is that Natasha? And he said, yeah. And I said, where'd she come from? And he goes, Iron Man. I go, well, fuck, I didn't see that one. So what am I supposed to
Whoops.
how much do I need to know? And he's like, just that she exists or whatever.
You said, okay.
Yeah, and then I was like, wait, how many of these have there been? So then he was walking me through like all of the movies that had come out, and I was like, fuck, man, I missed everything. So then I was like, I have to go back and watch them. So then I went back and I watched all of them, fell in love, completely fell in love. And so the only movies that I liked, which is why it's at the very left, were the X-Men movies. I watched all of them
Yep.
as they came out because I liked the original X-Men's.
Yes.
I liked because like I mean like Rebecca Romaine, man. Whew. But also
Who?
but also I mean like I am a huge Hugh Jackman fan. You know what I mean? Like
Yes, until he's 90.
Yeah, until he's 90. So obviously I thoroughly enjoyed the X-Men films. So that's what gave me the like, okay, fine, I'll cave and do this for all of Marvel, was because I was like obviously they're not going to be everything I want them to be, but they could probably be good. And I'm really, really glad that I got into Marvel when I did, because I feel like Winter Soldier kind of just kickstarted like the best of the best for the Marvel universe.
I
Like,
agree.
I feel like from that point all
I
the
think
way
it's
up
like
until
phase 2 or
Infinity War.
something.
Yeah. And I feel like from that phase, or from that movie all the way up until Infinity War, every time they came out and I went to go see one, I was so stoked on it. And I left feeling so happy. I think when I watched back, there were a few times where I was like, oh, I didn't need to see this in theaters. Oh, I didn't need to see this in theaters. I think the only one that I didn't see in theaters that I was like, I wish I would have, was the first Avengers. I was sad to have missed that. But yeah, but I got to see, I saw Infinity War 7 times in theaters.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But I won't lie, if I had to choose between seeing Infinity War versus Endgame, I would watch Infinity War over and over again, because I honestly think the first hour of Endgame is trash.
That's so fair. I went to see Infinity War on premiere night. Okay. Infinity War, for those who saw it in theaters, may remember this. They let people go a day early. You could go on Wednesday. I went on Wednesday, and I went on Wednesday twice. I saw it with one group of friends at 7:00, and then I saw it across town with another group of friends at 10:00. And I saw it twice in the same night, and I do not regret it. because my thought was my friends invited me out here by where I live, and then I went to my other friends a couple towns over because we were all Marvel fans. So we went to go see it 7, and my thought process was if I don't like it, I just won't go to the 10 o'clock one. But my other
Valid.
my other friends were like, well, we're going to go see it at 10 o'clock if you want to join us. So I was like, all right, I'm going to buy the ticket. It's a $9 ticket. If I don't end up seeing it, whatever, $9. I go to see it at the one theater. I said, damn, this shit is good. I immediately want to see it again. Oh, wait, I can do that.
I can.
So I drove across town. I got home at like 1 in the morning and I came in and my mom was like, so how was it? And I was like, I saw it twice. But yeah, so I would definitely say these at the bottom are my favorite, I think, collection of Marvel films. I love all of the Avengers with the exception of Endgame from early on.
Valid.
I love Winter Soldier. It's what got me really into the Marvel universe. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, because how do you beat it? X-Men First
You
Class
just
is
can't.
how do you beat it? Yeah. I just think it's like First Class is the only like new wave X-Men that I thoroughly enjoy and will rewatch, no questions asked. I agree with you though. Days of Future Past I would probably watch if it was like offered to me. I don't think I'd go out of my way to watch it.
I
But
would only go out of my way to watch it because they give an homage to the other X-Men films.
yeah.
But you can also get that, no, that is that one.
Yeah.
Because Hugh Jackman's also in it too.
Yes, yeah. So then, yeah, current day favorites. So this is kind of where I see the influence of the movies that I talked about prior to this kind of like come into play. The Martian, I totally like because it's like a sci-fi adventure movie kind of. I also did read the book, so that did help a lot, but like truth be told, I think that it became my favorite film because it took sci-fi to a very like non-fictional vibe for me.
I agree.
So
Yeah.
I think I just like the idea of sci-fi blurring the line between what could be real and what is fiction. So I really, really liked The Martian. It's my favorite movie. I literally, if anybody asks me to watch it at any point, I would say yes, hands down, no questions asked. You can get me to watch The Martian twice in a row if you want me to. Sinners, without spoiling it, because it is a new film, I just think does a lot of justice for the horror genre or the thriller genre, I guess. I
agree.
I think that it ties in history, which is something that a lot of thrillers slash horror slash suspense films that are like historically based do wrong. And I think this one does it very right. It has a lot and yet not a lot of involvement of history. And I think that's super sick. It incorporates music as a main tool, which I love. And it's just a great film. And Michael B. Jordan's hot.
True. Both of them.
Hacksaw Ridge, I am in total agreement with you. It's probably my all-time favorite war movie. I had a really hard time deciding whether or not I was going to put war movies on here, and the only thing I was certain of is that Hacksaw Ridge was going to be on there, regardless of the fact that I didn't see it until I was like, when did it come out? I think I was like 22.
I want to say before that.
Oh no, I
16.
think I was 22 is what I was saying. I know, yeah, I was.
Sorry.
Yeah.
2016.
So, yeah,
I wanted to say 2017.
I was 22 when I saw it. I saw it in theaters. The only other movie, funny enough, that I was thinking about putting on there was Unbroken because I went with my dad to see it in theaters and I loved that shit. But Hacksaw Ridge to me is just like, when I was younger, my favorite war movies were I always fuck up the title. The Bridge Over the River Kwai, I think is what it's called.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you if that was the correct title though.
Yeah, it's the River Kwai for sure, but I think it's The Bridge Over the River Kwai is the full title. I loved that movie. I loved Full Metal Jacket a lot. I loved Midway a lot. I loved Letters to Iwo Jima. I mean, there was just so many. It was so
I still
hard.
gotta watch 1917.
Me too. I haven't seen it.
Me neither. And it's been years.
I've literally been trying to drag. So me and Tomo have had a plan to watch 1917 and do art, and it's been like a month, and neither of us can just like grab the other one to do it at any point. And so I've really been
Making
trying to see
red.
1917, but I really need to see it. I think that I would like it a lot. I love war movies. I have a list of like 85 of them that I want to watch or rewatch. One of my all-time favorite war movies, even though it has very little to do with the war, is Casablanca. I still count it because the whole thing is that they're in the war, and that's why Casablanca exists.
Yeah.
But still, I just honestly, anything from that time period, like any stories from that time period, I just really enjoy. I had a mega super down bad obsession with the 40s and 50s for a really long time. Don't know why. Those times were not great for women, but I love them. And then yeah, Rush is without a doubt one of the greatest, probably the greatest to me racing movie ever. It's really funny. I did not know when I watched it the first time that it was about Formula One. And then 4 years later, I got into Formula One and heard Niki Lauda's name, which is Daniel Bruhl's character.
Oh, I love Daniel Bruhl.
Dude, Daniel Bruhl and Chris Hemsworth in this, fucking magnificent. So, Chris Hemsworth plays James Hunt, who was this is a true story, huge partier. He was drunk every night before a race, somehow still got world championships, made no sense whatsoever. Niki Lauda was from Austria. He was super controlled, super structured, like very, I mean, super focused on the sport. And they just could not be any more opposite. This movie is about their rivalry. And for those who know Formula One, Niki Lauda suffered like a gigantic crash, right? So they go through that in the movie where like he was hospitalized, breathing through a tube, his face was burned off, like it was terrible. And as soon as he was able to, he put a wrap around his face, he put his helmet on, and he said, James Hunt, I'm coming for you. And it's about this rivalry. And it is, I mean, it's, again, I don't think that you can really do a good sports movie without it being kind of biopic-ish, and that's exactly what this is. Like, it is just a retelling of their rivalry, but with, like, reenactments instead of, like, documentary style or whatever. But it's literally perfect. It's so amazing. And I liked it before I liked Formula One. So I don't know how much my word is worth because I seem biased now, but I liked it back then just as much. So, and I only ever watched it because I was watching literally every movie Daniel Bruhl was ever in after seeing him as Zemo in Civil War. I'm not kidding. I watched every movie he was in.
Him in Inglourious Basterds is
I
funny.
know. I need to watch that again soon too. And then lastly, The Conjuring.
Gorlami.
The Conjuring is just what I believe to be the best horror, like true horror, demon, ghost, and otherworldly power, like franchise to ever exist. Like it's very, I feel like we don't have, I think this was really the first like franchise of that caliber, really. But like in terms of demons and ghosts and entities and evil spirits and all of that, The Conjuring is just fucking based.
Yeah, I agree. I literally cannot complain about that movie at all.
No, I
And
don't.
movies, excuse me. I
Yeah.
think they're done so well. I love that they're like a facet of reality as well. Like it's
Yeah.
not just like a made up story, and it's just I'm so down bad for the Warrens,
I
bro. Him and
know.
her. Like they're such good actors for it
I
too.
know. And like
Or
I
just a
think
chef's kiss. I can't help it.
I think what's crazy to me because I know this one that's coming up is like the last one because it's about their last case or whatever.
I know it makes me sad.
Yeah, and I think my whole feeling on this franchise is that I genuinely believe if you had casted anybody besides Vera and Patrick to play Ed and Lorraine, this shit would have tanked.
Hmm.
I genuinely
I
believe
agree.
that.
I think they
genuinely
casted
believe.
so freaking well. It's so crazy to see the ending credits and stuff because then they show like the real life things.
Yeah,
And I'm like, they could be the same person.
literally. It's like I almost feel like sometimes my brain tricks itself into thinking that they are together because of how well they play Ed and Lorraine.
Yes, I agree.
It's actually kind of scary how well they do it because I genuinely like I'll sit there and I'll be like, no, they're not. Wait, no. They just play a married couple. They are not married. Yeah. Oh, I could talk about movies all day, and we almost did.
We did. We're at 2.5 hours.
It's absolutely insane. This is the same with the video game one. That one ran super long too.
I think it's because we're so good at also making PowerPoints.
Yeah, I think our PowerPoints are just perfection. Also, I love that our PowerPoints were very similarly structured, despite the fact that we did
With no
not
conversation prior.
we spoke not a word to each other about this.
We said we're doing movie PowerPoints of movies that change our lives. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and that was it. And
We
somehow
flipping
they ended
cups.
up being very similar.
Yeah.
That's how you know we've been podcasting together for so long.
Dude, I know.
There's just a wavelength
Coming up
now.
on. Damn.
I
We're going on
know.
2. About to be 3.
We're gonna be in our 3rd year within the next 6 months. Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
That's insane.
Absolutely insane.
Well,
But oh so amazing.
yeah. Okay, any
I
last
won't lie,
notes?
Cubbies. We didn't really talk about what we're gonna do in 2
No.
weeks.
Mm-mm. But we'll be here for you.
Well, we'll be here. You'll get the basic
be
rundown
here.
of like what's been going on in the haps of the 2 weeks that
And
you
then, like,
haven't seen us.
maybe something
But there also
special.
might
Who
be a
knows?
surprise.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah. Yeah. But also with that, remember, Cubbies, to
Keep
keep
it
it
real,
real
but keep
and
it
keep it
curious.
curious.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.